I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over yourself.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Have some players on the pitch that, to be honest with you, I think the first game was just not feeling it at that time, but they're coming out to play today. I'm watching them in the warm-up and they look good to me.
Well, definitely. I think they're going to come out with more comfort today than the last game they played. I think they were a little bit uncomfortable. One, with the pitch. It was their first time playing on the turf. And two, they were a little intimidated going up against Inter Miami team. I think today will be a different feel for them. Now, the only thing is this is going to be hard to tell because both teams are in blue.
I was looking at that earlier. The only difference is you get white shorts, white socks,
right?
Blue shorts, blue socks.
So if you're watching, Tobago Select is in the blue and white, and Altitude Rush is in the full blue.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
And they're giving a moment of silence for our great Pele on his passing. 1 minute of silence.
Earlier today, Nigella had a chance of stopping by the hotel with the Tobago team, and the Jamaica team is staying together, and had a good old chat with some of the Tobagan ladies and gentlemen. And believe me, I thought I was in Jamaica. It looks a little bit on the overcast side. I hope it's just a little cloud passing through, and the evening will be fine.
And we are off right away. Altitude is on the rush. Altitude Rush is on the attack.
Yes, certainly. They started out that way they left off last night. Attacking. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle from the Tobago team. throw in to Rush.
And throw in for Tobago, try to gain a couple of inches there.
You know, I want to see this goalkeeper tonight again, Nigel. This goalkeeper's performance was spectacular against Inter Miami. I'd love to see him tonight again, what he brings to the table.
So still a feeling out process for both teams. We have a foul against Altitude Rush.
Communication by this goalkeeper is strong. I'm watching him. This goalkeeper makes sense to me.
And another throw in for Tobago.
Tobago seems to be ready to roll. They're not letting down at all. They're here to play.
Nice ball across the middle.
It's a shot on goal.
Great shot, couldn't get his foot all the way around it.
Right. He got missed with around
But
get on target.
It's a good look for Tobago.
To start with, that is a very, very, very good look. And they're on the attack again. They got it, Nigel. Look at them over there. Tobago boys are working out. Rush on the attack.
Beautiful ball using the midfielders.
Throw into Tobago.
High pressure from Rush.
Shot on goal. Just outside the 18-yard box. Just didn't go on target.
And again, it's a good look, shot for shot.
Yes, one. No shots on goal. Like we said earlier, Nigel, it's going to be a ding-dong battle between both teams.
Beautiful through ball. Here comes a counter attack for Tobago.
Tobago seems to be stringing the ball through the midfield much better tonight, Nigel.
I think that they're getting more, as I said before, they're playing with a lot more confidence in this game.
Started out that way. Looks good.
Beautiful tackle.
Nice defensive work. It's end to end so far, Nigel. It's end to end. So let's see how they do this set piece. It's a corner kick.
Well, you can see that both coaches did their homework. Short corner. Ball across the middle. That was a good opportunity for Rush.
There's a mumbo jumbo right here. See who could get the shot off, but just didn't happen.
And I think we have a player. I guess he got something in his eyes.
Yes, seems like, yeah, like the stuff that comes up from underneath the
Okay.
astroturf. Yeah.
You are watching CASA 2023 Youth Classic. And you have Trinidad Select Tobago Select U19 in the blue and white, going up against Altitude Rush in the full blue.
The Tobago team is stringing it, Nigel. They're stringing it good. They got behind the defense again for one more time.
And here's an opportunity. Oh!
Just went wide.
Just went wide. That was the great scoring opportunity for Tobago.
For the Tobago team, Nigel, there is a team mom, Shirley Moses. You can hear from all the way over here in our commentary area. I did a research on her today. She's the one that you hear all the time.
Well, let's give a shout out to
Shirley Moses.
Shirley Moses. Keep those spectators active.
Yes, she's a vibes lady.
Beautiful through ball for Rush. Got his way off his line.
Oh my God, this goalkeeper. Very, very impressive. He's 6'4". Quick feet. Good hands. And most of all, when I checked on him, his academics are good. Good punt. It's the ball all the way deep, almost to the next 18-yard line.
High pressure and another opportunity.
Tobago is not playing around. They are certainly not playing around tonight. They want to go home with a win.
Definitely. Quick throw in. Down the counter. Beautiful first touch.
The defending. Like I always say, a chess game of the midfield is where everything works. And the team that comes out, you get that king move or the chess move, is always the one that dominates midfield. And 9 out of 10 times, they always come out the winner of the game. Gotta give credit to the officiating crew throughout this tournament, Nigeria. The officiating crew have done a great job.
And that's a good thing. Free kick 20 yards out for Altitude Rush. Well defended.
Good defending.
As we take a look at the replay. And
He's number 3 for Rush. Nigeria. He has
the
been
replay didn't
consistent
work
in
that time.
battling.
Let's try it again. And we have a goal for Altitude Rush.
With like 10 minutes in the game.
Here comes an opportunity. And goalie is quick off his line.
Seems to be a little problem for Rush. And the ball is played over the top. And there's an opportunity for goal. Beautiful save. Ball hit directly on goal. But the goalkeeper was equal to the task. Equal to the task and make a wonderful save. Oh, it was over the bar? Yes, it was. So Rush has the ball coming out in midfield. Rush on the ball. Keepers on the ball. Easy pick up. He scans the field and he makes a big one downfield. And here comes Rush again. Rush on the ball again. Rush takes a shot. And it's a shot on goal.
And it's another goal.
It's another goal from Rush. It looks like Trinidad, Tobago, not bad. It's starting to let loose and have let Rush having their way.
So score stands Altitude Rush 2.
Tobago 0. The thing, Nigel, is that Tobago's getting their chances, but they're not making use of it. And when Rush catches them on the counter, Rush is making them pay the price.
Still early in the game.
But they have to make use of their chances. They have to take the chances when they get them.
Here comes Rush one more time.
We are seeing some live action here at the Northern Sports Complex. Altitude Rush seems to have made inroads in the back line of the Tobago team. Here goes Tobago on the attack again. Let's see if they can come up with something.
Once more well defended by Altitude Rush.
That final third execution from Tobago just doesn't seem to be coming together, Nigel.
And we have a foul.
We're not getting what we're supposed to get from it.
And a warning for number 10 of Tobago.
Is there a card issued?
No card, just a warning.
Stern warning. The Rush team have now come into their own, and they're looking very, very comfortable on the ball now.
Oh, beautiful shot. Goalie is great save.
His goalkeeper is doing his work.
Another opportunity for Tobago. Well defended by Rush.
Seems to be a
Now, it's not that Tobago hasn't been getting the opportunities to score, just that they haven't hit the back of the net yet.
it's that final third execution.
Ball stolen in the middle by Tobago, and another. He's in the offside position.
Until the ball handler should have just take that to Nigeria. Just take it straight on in. Instead of making that final
Well,
pass right there.
yeah, I think he looked up. He wasn't aware of the position of the forward, that he was in an offside position. So long ball over the top. Ball cleared out of danger by the defense. And let's see if referee is going for a card on that one. And he did go for a card.
Yes, the yellow card was issued to number 7 from Tobago. Referee counting off the steps.
And this is another set piece opportunity for Altitude Rush. And attempted bicycle.
Yes. That had connected, it would have been spectacular, but never did. Well, very, very good attempt by that young man.
Lost opportunity for Tobago. Now you can tell from the stand when Tobago is on the attack. The stand come alive.
Sure does. Sure does. They're enjoying it, having a blast.
Well, you have to give it up for these youngsters that travel a long way to come and participate in this tournament. As I said, winning is one thing, but demonstrating your talent on the field is another.
And that's what
That's
the scouts and the
that's
coaches
what they're
and
looking
coaches are
for.
looking for. The good thing about Flex FM is that it's feeding the world with this kind of stuff. And coaches around the world are seeing these youngsters.
Yeah, I also want to say welcome to all our viewers from wherever you are in the world viewing us right now. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned with all our sporting activity. And for CASA, this is the Youth Classic, but the actual CASA season starts on the 28th. And that season runs from the 28th through the beginning of July. And we'll be bringing you featured games every Saturday throughout the duration of the tournament.
I should let the viewers know that Inter Florida FC is the defending champion. That's my group, my club, where we play.
Yes, you are the defending champion, coach.
Sure is.
But guess what? You're starting to stay in the same position as every other team.
Oh yeah. Every year it's the same thing. You start anew, and we are rebuilding. We are definitely rebuilding into Florida, so we'll be coming new also.
So is it fair to say that you are also scouting?
Oh, most definitely, I am. We have some players that are retiring, and then you have to look for some young players to replace them. Like this goalkeeper here from Tobago. I'd love to have him, but he's in school.
As I said, the individual effort on the field is what the coaches are looking at, not so much the who wins or who loses the game.
Right. It's a showcase. Showcase your talent, your ability to do good stuff, how you think the game and how you play the game.
And we have a foul against Altitude Rush.
Even though the Tobago team is down two, Nigel, it seemed to me that it doesn't bother them a bit. They know that two is in game of uncertainty. You can turn around once you score one back.
Through ball well defended by Tobago. I think the ball went out for a corner kick.
Corner kick to Rush.
Yes.
Rush. It's the first I'm really hearing about this group, and they seem to be a pretty decent group.
Short corner. Oh, beautiful defensive play. This was number 73.
Tobago.
Was that 73 or 33?
73. And a set piece. And a corner kick. Players down on the field. Seems to be cramping.
And that looked like number 2 of
Rush.
Rush.
He gets up, he walks off gingerly.
And I'm going to try to pronounce the name. I think it's D'Enzo.
You're better at pronunciation than I am.
Got the right pronunciation to that. If I didn't, I do apologize.
Then a set piece play.
Short corner. And ball goes out, throw in for Tobago. And this is another opportunity for Tobago. And beat one defender. Here's a long shot. Oh, beautiful shot, beautiful save.
Beautiful shot, beautiful save. This Tobago team is not going anywhere.
I tell you, that was an excellent save from Altitude Rush goalkeeper.
The keepers so far, Nigel, for all the teams have done well.
And I think that goalkeeper is Chris Horn.
He did a pretty good job on that shot. And that was directly on goal. Set piece. Corner kick. Seems to be a foul committed. Another player down. It's a Tobago player down.
And of course, this is the first of a doubleheader tonight. We have, as we take a look at the Jamaican team, which will be playing in the second game. Game should kick off at 8 p.m. tonight. And they're enjoying this game, wouldn't you say?
Certainly, as we've zoomed in on them, I saw two players that I know very well. Romaine Blake and Kevon Wilson. They play with the Inter-Florida FC when they're in Florida. They seem to be enjoying themselves, chit-chatting in the stands right there.
As we take a look at the crowd in the stand, all the spectators that take time out to come and cheer on their players, or some of them are parents cheering on their sons.
Strong support, and that's needed for the youngsters.
Beautiful turn.
Shot, but overly ambitious. We have just under 10 minutes left now, John, for this game.
Yep, just a little under 10 minutes left in this game. And of course, score stands Altitude Rush 2, Tobago 0.
game is still close because if you score one, it comes back right into it. I did a little homework, Nigel, on Tobago and found out that they had some very good players from Tobago. Dwight York, Shaka Heslop. Oh, this goalkeeper is
Nice
something else.
shot. Another good save from the goalkeeper.
Kareem Warner.
Another ball. Oh, beautiful shot, beautiful save. Ball is still alive. Well defended. Comes a counter attack. And I think he held on to that ball a little too long, and the offside flag is up.
Yeah, they also have Macan Heslop, Kyle Joseph, Kian Daniels, Wendell Moore, the father of Shaquille Moore, is also from Tobago. So I did a little bit of research on them today.
So Tobago produced a lot of talent.
Awesome talent. As a matter of fact, Shaq represented the United States at the recent World Cup.
Yes.
The son of Wendell Moore. There's a famous name that comes out of Tobago that is doing a whole lot for youth soccer in and around the Caribbean and the United States. His name is Anthony Roy. I happen to meet him, and this man has so much good to offer to youngsters. I gotta give it to him.
Okay, ball goes out, throw in for altitude rush.
What's the name of the number 3 for altitude rush, Nigel? He seems to be consistent since last night.
That's D. Levert.
He seems to be very, very consistent. He's a lefty, he's on the left side, and he plays just with the smarts of a lefty.
And here's another set piece opportunity for altitude rush.
About 25 yards out. Nice shot on goal.
Yeah, good attempt. The goalie had it covered.
Nigel, I think this goalkeeper has next level, Division 1 college level in him.
Yeah, he's definitely a great asset to Tobago.
Yeah. His name is
You
Kareem
know.
Warner. That seems to be players down again. They collided.
Two players down. Again, this is the first of our doubleheader tonight. Second game will be Jamaica Select U19 going up against Plantation U19 Select.
That Plantation team I saw a couple nights ago, they can be very, very, very good at what they do. The Jamaica team has to come very assertive on this game.
Yeah, and it's a must-win for Jamaica to make it through to tomorrow's final.
Because Plantation already did their job. They won their first game.
Yeah, Plantation won, so a draw will put them through.
Certainly.
So the next game coming up is definitely
A must
a
win.
game to be reckoned with
It's a must win
because
situation
it's yes.
for Jamaica. I think Jamaica put themselves in that situation when they missed that penalty last minute.
Well, that's the nature of the game, you know.
It is.
That's the nature of the game.
I remember a World Cup when Roberto Baggio.
Highest played player at the time,
Yeah.
and he won.
Most recently, the World Cup with a English player. What's his name? Hurricane.
Yeah, Harry Kane.
And that ball still being looked for, huh?
As I said. So these young talents should be aware of that. That even the professionals can. It's a nice ball across the middle, and once again, goalie is there
Equal
to
to the task.
always. Ball given up in the final third,
This
and
keeper
once
is
again,
it. This keeper is it. I'm convinced.
I tell you, I know he's going to be getting a lot of calls.
Sure, for sure. He's 6'3", 6'4", quick feet. So good IQ for goalkeeping. Yeah.
Nice diagonal ball, a little bit too wide.
You know, Nigel, sometimes when the defense don't hold up that when the keeper get exposed, that's when you see the real quality of the goalkeeper. And this is pretty much what's happening with this goalkeeper.
Beautiful touches.
Oh, she's having a blast. It was number 3. Good soccer IQ.
Well defended. And I tell you, Altitude Rush are getting their touches in.
Yeah. Combination plays.
Yes.
Combination plays. They put that 1-2 piece together real good. Foul committed there, Nigel. So kick all the way downfield for Tobago.
Now with under 2 minutes to go in the game, of course the referee keep the official time on the field.
That'll be the halftime whistle coming up.
Nice shot, and of course goalie had it covered.
Reflected. It's for a corner kick.
And this is most likely the final play of the half, unless there's some injury time. Short corner. Well defended. And that is the final whistle of the first half. And I tell you, very interesting first half, Coach.
Yes, I like what I saw. I got some good, spectacular goalkeeping. I got some lovely combination passes from the rush team. And shots and goal were like pretty much equal.
Equal. Altitude was able to get 2 on the board there. And give me your take on the first half, Coach.
It's pretty much 60-40 to Rush. And in that 60%, they produced 2 goals. So they did what they had to do and they came out on top in the first half.
What was your analysis on the execution and on their tactical plays?
Yes, I watched them last night against the Miami team, and they learned a lot from that team how to play the ball with the width, use the length of the field. So the coach made that adjustment, and that's good coaching.
And it's worked so far for them in
So
the
far,
first
so
half.
good. So far, so good. I want to give a big shout out to Coastal Wellness Center.
And I tell you, we have.
All right, people. It is halftime in our first encounter here. Altitude Rush with 2 goals leading the Tobago team, a select team from Tobago. You know, it's a twin island of Trinidad and Tobago, but Tobago is represented in this tournament. And so it is a 2-0 lead. But even if Altitude Rush wins this game, they will not advance because Inter Miami has already basically they lead that group, right? They lead that group because they have won their 2 games, which means that they have defeated these 2 teams, and they are into the finals. Now, how it works is Jamaica will be playing against Plantation. Jamaica, they had a 2-2 scoreline in their game against Lauderhill Lions, which means they have 1 point. Lauderhill Lions have 1 point. Lauderhill Lions, they lost their first game to Plantation, who Jamaica plays. So Plantation, yeah, man. Big up yourself, Gunners boss. Yeah, so Plantation has 3 points. So for Jamaica to advance, they must win this game. Now, I'm expecting a few changes to be made to the starting 11 of Jamaica. Like we have been saying, some of the better players in the schoolboy football, they have not made this trip. Kind of, I would say, I would want to say a late team, but they never made this trip. But I expect a better performance in this game because the first game, there was a little bit of hiccup in terms of arriving, in terms of when they arrived and having time to train, playing on the surface for the first time. Players sort of played. Not a problem, Gunners boss. Yeah, that would be a good one. Gunners boss says he wants to. Remember, the lines are also open, so you can call and give your thoughts and discuss what you want to discuss as we get ready for the second half of this one, right? So, yeah. So, some of the things that happened in that first game, kind of a little difficult. You know what? There's a good interview going on with Valney Brown and the man who heads up this. So let's see if we can let you hear that interview so you can understand a little bit more about the tournament. Again, thanks to Flex FM who have partnered with us. But that is Valney Brown. So
But it's gonna be a great game, and I tell you, the Plantation team is a very young team, a very young team, but very talented. But we're looking for Jamaica to come out and this is the 11th year for this Casa Youth Classic, and Jamaica have won 10 out of the 11.
Wow.
Well,
So You know
Yeah,
what?
no, actually, they won 9 out of 10
Because of COVID.
because this is the 11th.
Right.
So they won 9 out of 10. So I'll say the pressure is on them to maintain their status
You see,
for this youth classic.
the Inter Miami program is very, very strong. And I've seen that program for the last 3 years grown. I don't know what they've been doing with the Jamaica's program and how they come up with these youngsters to play and
Well,
stuff like that.
well, another thing you have to realize, coach, is that the Miami team is a team that plays together throughout.
Yes, it's an academy
Right,
situation.
it's an academy. So, but the Jamaican team is a select team. So a lot of the players are not used to playing with each other.
Yes, I
So
can attest to that because Romain Blake, Jamaica's captain, he was with that group from the Inter Miami group, and he spent almost a year and a half with them. So
okay,
he pretty much knows what goes on with them.
okay, but will that help him with playing again with his teammates?
Well, he should use what he knows to his advantage in that trying to stop them as much as possible. But the thing is, for tonight, he has to get out with his team and he has to get the job done tonight.
Well,
Face Inter Miami
I,
finals.
I,
That's
I have
what we're talking about.
I have a lot of confidence in them, and we're looking forward to that. Okay, once again, you are watching the CASA 2023.
All right. So, all right. So there you go, getting a little idea as to what is happening over there. So the Jamaica team basically in a must-win situation, like you have heard. This is the 11th year, and so far, in 10 years, the Jamaican team, they have won 9 out of the 10, right? And I think they didn't participate. The one that they didn't participate in, I believe. So the expectations are that the Jamaican team would have won, but I think they have to. Sturridge didn't look well playing with the Davidson, the Jamaica college captain. The team looked better when Blake played around there. So in this game, I would expect them to put Blake and Davidson at the center of defense, and then Blake just have to just play center back. I mean, he wants to do too much. He needs to play center back, and if he plays center back and plays well, and plays his normal, natural, and just an easy game, I think the Jamaica team will have some success. They also had Burkett playing on the left side. Burkett is actually a number 10. I would love to see the coach deploy him in that position. I think it will be a little bit difficult because one of the coaches is a Jamaica college coach, Davian Ferguson. The other one is the Clarendon College coach, Lenworth teacher Hyde. And I bring up that because Kevon Wilson plays in that same number 10 role. So one of them will be played out of position. If you watch the last game as well, Kevon Wilson, he's very good on the ball. Burkett, very good on the ball. But they don't give a lot of work defensively. And that is the challenge that the Jamaican team will have to work out in terms of the middle of the park. If I were the coaching staff, I would put Burkett on the right side and say, listen, you cut in and kick off the left. That's what I would do. I would put him on the right side because in the last game, because he was so left-footed, he just keep on just playing back the ball. He never went down the flank. He never took on anyone. So, yeah. I also believe that the Jamaica team will come out a little sharper in this game than they did in the first game. The game is about to restart the second half, so I'm going to go off screen so you can watch the second half action as we prepare for for the Jamaican game. So it is Altitude Rush 2, Tobago 0.
I see you guys doing a good job as you started. This is the second half. It started here now. This is start off with quite a lot of energy here.
Yes, and I have Mr. Tenny Miller joining me here. on our play-by-play.
Also joined by somebody else in another couple minutes. Well, I get a privilege to sit down with you for a minute or two before Nigel and Kerry comes back. So far, those guys altitude rush. They are doing an excellent job.
They have a strong attitude.
Almost a new team since we had a team last night. With the energy and the forcefulness with which they're playing this evening.
I think what the coach have done is the ones that were rested last night are out today playing.
Mm-hmm.
So you see a different kind of energy.
Yes. Moving across the field.
Rush as well.
Rush as usual is on the attack. And they're in charge of the game. Rush is in charge of the game without a doubt.
Foul committed. Foul has been committed just outside the 18-yard box. And it's a kick for altitude rush.
Well, the stands this evening is not as exciting, not as heavy as the evening before. The stands,
As the evening goes on, you will see the crowd support comes out, especially for the Jamaica team and the Jamaicans living in this community.
Yeah.
So
well, you guys were saying earlier that the Jamaica team, they hope that after having 9 years of success, they hope that they'll still be able to do it this year. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have my doubts about that, and then you can always fight me on that. But I'm not too excited about the team that we have here in comparison to the other teams that we have seen over the years who have come and have won the games.
But once they apply themselves, then we should see the end result.
Nigel is hopeful. Nigel says, it's a question of coaching, fine. And I take his word for it because he's a coach. He's a player that must.
Corner kick to rush. And this is a set piece, and set pieces are always dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That's easily taken care of. And the rush goalkeeper.
The rush goalkeeper is going to take that back kick. And he does a very good
he has been doing an excellent job.
Goal kick from behind.
And like you say, he will be getting a lot of calls, I'm sure. And the ball is back in play.
Another foul on the play. Referee seems to be on top of everything that's going on, and that is good. He catches the fouls as they happen. There's going to be a kick again to altitude rush. Altitude rush. Good defending right there by the Tobago team. As they come downfield.
Okay.
That's going to be a throw-in. The throw-in is going to be to that Tobago team that's searching hard for that goal.
They are certainly playing a much more exciting and an energized game tonight. Tobago team.
You can hear from here, Mr. Miller, that voice of that lady in the stands. Her name is Shirley Moses. She's the one that's there cheering on these boys right throughout. Rush on the attack again. Plays it out.
And they're trying to make
and it's a very good defensive work from the Tobago team. The keeper for Rush has the ball at his feet and he plays it wide. Rush it's on the goal again one more time. Rush on the attack. plays in.
Rush is managing the game without a doubt. They're managing the game and they're doing, and they seem I'd like they come with a game plan tonight, which is much better than they did the last time I saw them.
Shot on goal, but way wide.
Good try.
Turns out to be a goal kick. Goal kick to Tobago. The Tobago team is not giving up, not at all. I think they just want to score one, and then you will see that momentum swing.
Well, they're making an effort to demonstrate their skills across the board so they can be seen, and which is what is important.
Like we say, they have to display their talent
Yeah.
and showcase themselves.
They have to showcase it. They are like Nigel said, this is an interview. So, how you present yourself and how you perform determine when or not you get a job.
Rush, turnover again. Rush has the ball going forward. The Rush players seems to be playing just like how they played the opponent last night. They've learned a lot, so they're using it now to their advantage.
Well, okay, there's a Barbados team. Yes, all right, they're coming down. This looks like it's going to be a goal. No, goalkeeper.
This is something that we talked about earlier.
Goalkeeper was
When the number 9 for Tobago gets into the 18-yard box area, he tends to not execute like he should be able to. I think that's his third chance, Nigel.
What's that?
Number 9 for Tobago.
Tobago. He gets up at one more time. Rush is on top of this. To the far side,
behind the defense.
And looks like he's going for the third one.
And this goalkeeper is spectacular. Another good save by the Tobago goalkeeper, Kareem Warner.
Mm-hmm.
He is the one that keeps the team in the game.
Oh, the goalkeeper.
Yes. Rush on the ball again. Rush seems to be doing that kind of work that will help them to try to secure the third goal. They're looking for it.
Oh, they're out hunting.
But that Tobago defense is not allowing it. They are not allowing you
and
to get through here.
A change for this halftime on the Tobago team. That the defense seems to be, fortified some more.
Combination play from Tobago from Rush through the Tobago defense.
Oh, that's a goal. Oh my
and there
God.
we go. Goal
That's
number 3.
Goal.
That combination
That's
play that they
3.
use inside the last 18-20 yards. And then they execute well, finishing up. So now it's going to be.
But that was not a very difficult one for them.
Something for the guys from Tobago to think about. How can we dig ourselves from this hole? How can we come back? Are we going to execute our chances when we get them? That's what's going to make the difference.
I think Rush is a club team, and it is clearly being demonstrated.
It's an academy team.
An academy team, and it's clearly being demonstrated in terms of the level of discipline and the fact that they come with a game plan and they're organized and they seem to be much discipline in terms of how they execute their game.
Tobago making a substitution, bringing in fresh legs.
Yes. Rush have 3 fresh legs and Tobago have 3 as well. All right, Rush keeper. Stop that one. Send it back to midfield.
There goes Rush again. Good
Rush
execution. 1-2 play, combination play from Rush is very, very dangerous inside the final
And Tobago,
20.
Tobago is really making an effort to get the ball out of the area and to get it down to midfield. Yes, okay. All right. Let's see what happens here now.
Keeper has it. Keeper picks it up. Rush on the ball again. Altitude Rush. Doing what they like to do best, play ball.
That's what they do. That's what they're trained to do. They're at academy, so
It's an academy.
that's basically a daily exercise for them.
And it slips right behind the defense.
Just want to say welcome to all the people out there who are watching the match at this time in Jamaica and in New York and in Barbados, of course.
Tobago.
In Tobago, sorry, not Barbados, in Tobago and Trinidad. Yes. Watching your own boys giving an account of themselves and hope that they'll get back home with some scholarships.
Yes, that's the ultimate. It's not about winning or losing.
No,
it's about how you display your true talent.
You are on display.
Shut on goal. But it's a little bit way off.
Last night's game was much faster than this one. This one is a little bit of a slower game than last.
I remember now that Rush played last night, so they're
a little bit
on the tired side.
They try to raise to the level of Inter.
Yeah, they did what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So they come here now with the intention of putting behind last night's performance and work with today. And so far, it's good for them because they're up 3 goals to 0. Ball across the goal. Well defended again by the Tobago defensive unit.
We're at the Lauderhill Sports Complex here in Fort Lauderdale. This is just an Oakland Park Road. And the two teams on the field is Rush and, of course, the Tobago team and Altitude Rush. Altitude Rush is a team out of
Port St. Lucie.
And, of course, Tobago team is from
There's a substitution going on. Substitution for Rush. And it's a throw-in for Rush. And now it's ball turned over for Tobago.
Okay.
Even though Tobago is down 3, I like their spirit. I like what they're showing. This is something new that they're doing, and it's a learning process. Yeah, they fight. They're putting up a fight. They are putting up a fight, and that's what most of your college coaches, scouts, and all that want to see. How well you do when you're under pressure. How well you come back and show something that everybody talks about.
How you recover.
It's not about winning. It's not about losing. It's how you display your talent. Our next game will be Jamaica playing Plantation,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a humdinger from start to finish. I'm expecting that. The Plantation team is pretty
Well, a
much,
lot of the stands is getting much fuller now. More people are coming in, which
yeah,
tells you that they're coming in for that match in
yeah.
particular. The match starts at 8
Shot
o'clock.
on goal, yeah. Shot on goal to the keeper who makes a very easy save.
Rush is in charge of the ball.
Rush seems to have dominated the midfield right now. Second half.
Rush has dominated the game so far and has been dominating the game.
Here, deep in the half
And
of Tobago. Just about 25 yards away from the ball. That's a foul committed.
he lost his boots.
Yeah.
Boots is not fixed down good.
Substitution made. Substitution
again.
made, yeah. For Tobago. Tobago substitution. Player comes in. And we get going again. Tobago on the ball again. But they easily bundled off the ball
Yeah, they're fighting for the
by
ball.
this rush group.
All right. Rush is going for the next one. They are going for a fourth goal. They are dominating the field. They are dominating the game.
Good defensive work from this Trinidad back line. Tobago back line. The Tobago back line
Yes,
is pretty much
yes, has been
on
strengthened.
point. Yeah. They're not surrendering at all. I tend not to
Let's have
see
that fight.
a lot of strong work
They are
from the
going
midfield from Tobago's team. I want to see that midfield from Tobago's team.
I just want to see how hungry they are for this opportunity. How they're hungry they are for the game. It's
That was a yellow card offense. Yellow card issued to number 6 from the rush team. Yellow card offense. See the Trinidad coach over there. He's trying to make some adjustment as he goes along. Bismarck Aswamba, number 6. From Russia, received a yellow card.
and
Shot on goal, but it's way too deep. Didn't came with any power at all, so the goalkeeper just picked it out of here nice and easy. Russia on the ball again. Seems like Russia found a sweet spot inside that midfield. And they're just executing very well.
what they've been able to do is to keep the ball in the midfield, so and keep get their goal into.
I know for a fact that the Trinidad back line is not just good. Tobago back line is
the Tobago back line is very strong.
yeah.
And they're not lentil. They're not giving up. It's a fight when you get there.
Shot on goal. We're just about 20 minutes left in the first half.
In the second half.
In the second half, we tend to see the coach making some adjustment to the Tobago team with instructions.
Along the line, so each person gets an opportunity to go outside on the field.
Yes, he's showcasing the boys. When you showcase, it's not about winning. It's about how we can get these youngsters to be looked at. Another substitution in for Tobago. Number 18 for Tobago is in.
eating this key stone.
Here comes the Tobago team and ball and point. And then we turn it over again and we give it back to the altitude rush. Altitude rush and ball at mid part. They look good. They look comfortable. Mr. Warren on the ball in goal right there for Tobago. I think that young man has a bright future in the sport.
Tobago goalkeeper you're talking about?
Certainly, yeah, Mr. Warren, yeah. He has displayed some qualities that I personally do like. Through ball played behind the defense again. Well defended. Tobago. But Tobago is not possessing the ball at all. Easy turnovers and a low rush. We're dominating.
Yeah, she's dominating, trying to get to the goal, trying to make an attempt. But again, the defense on Tobago team is very strong. They can't pass them that easily.
I think they made that extra.
And they're really making an effort to protect the goal.
And they're doing so, and then it's a foul committed by the Tobago team. More substitution coming in. So everybody's getting their chance to be seen.
Yeah, this is good because only 15, 20 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, 17 minutes to be exact. 17 minutes and some seconds.
Play all the people you can as much as you can. So everybody gets an opportunity because they might not get another chance to play again for tomorrow.
No, and this is what I like about the coaching staff from Tobago.
You have to make sure that you
this is good.
All tonight.
This is all good coaching. Shot on goal. Yes. Went wide.
Very wide.
Mr. Warner is doing his humble duty.
Kareem Warner.
Yes.
Kareem Warner, the goalkeeper for Tobago.
Yeah.
That's a foul. That's not a yellow card, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's just a throw in to rush. Very solid tackle from the Tobago defenders.
Rush is on the ball. Then Rush is making an effort to try and get that fourth goal, but the Tobago defense is really, really fighting. They're really strong today.
They're not going down without making their presence felt. And I like that about them.
They come with a set of good defenders tonight more than anything else, more than midfielders.
I think the coach made some adjustment on the back line, which helped. Last game they played, they had 7 goals scored on them. So that's a big difference.
Tobago. No, they make sure the back line is a little bit stronger now, especially for this last half.
Final 15. 16 minutes left in the game, somewhere there. Comes across the goal. And it's out for a goal kick.
15 minutes is still a lot of time to be able to do anything good. It just depends on the talent and the skill of the players. 15 minutes is still a long time.
It was touched, going out, and thus Rush gets another corner kick. More substitutions coming in as the coaches try to put out everybody so they can display their talent.
Yes.
The youngsters getting an opportunity to come out and showcase themselves. And this has been streamed right across 72 countries across the world via Flex FM Sports. This Flex FM Sports idea of doing this is a mark of genius.
This is what we do. That's what they're going to do. Make it better each year and everything.
I really
It must be the
appreciate
place
it.
to go when they want sports in South Florida.
I have had people call me from all over the place saying, Coach Brown, um, these guys are doing a fantastic job.
Right. That's a quite a tight corner there. Yes.
Yeah.
The rush team is keeping them occupied over there, getting them. All right. Gave it to his coach. His
Goalkeeper. Boy, it's played over the shoulder. And number 3 for Rush is always doing a good job. Goalkeeper is fine. He reads it well, comes off his line, and picks it off.
Rush is making another attempt. Rush is making a stop by, of course, the defense. Again, another rush player is making an attempt to get it down. Get to the goal area. No, watch what's happening.
Defensive work again
Defensive work
from this Tobago group. This back line is something to look at. They know they're down 3.
Not a stone wall, but it is damn strong.
They know they're down 3, but they're playing like it's a 0-0 game, and I like that about the defensive unit.
And that's exactly how they play, especially when you're at the state where you're being interviewed.
Another corner kick that goes to Rush. It's another set piece in the 13th minute of the game.
We're at the Lauderhill Sports Complex here in Fort Lauderdale.
7500 West Oakland Park Boulevard.
Classics.
Casa Youth Classic 2023. Corner kick taken.
Rush.
That's a goal kick. A goal kick that goes to Rush. To Tobago. Tobago's boys are bringing it upfield. And see how well they execute those short passes. Nice ball change from.
Keeps them occupied and testing the defense at all times, and the defense really proving to be very strong.
I gotta give the Tobago defensive unit some credit for the kind of work that they've been doing.
Get it out of there. Get it down here now.
Some more substitution happening. This coach is giving everybody a feel of what it feels to travel and play and to be seen. This young man coming in looks like he's the youngest of the group.
Let me see what he's got. It's a number 11.
Yeah.
It's a throw in by Rush.
Ref steps in to talk to the center ref. And
we have 10 minutes to go in this game. Tobago team can't be downhearted at this time. They have to play with all the strength they've got and demonstrate the skills that they have.
oh, a red card is shown to number 26 from Tobago.
Is that Tobago or
20,
is that the
20
Rush?
oh, it's not 26, it's 13. 13 from Tobago have been shown the red card for a fierce tackle on the Rush player. That's a dangerous tackle. That's the first red card of the tournament that I've seen so far.
Throwing. And Tobago is taking control of the ball. Yes. And watch it down, Martin.
There you go again. Final third execution from number 77 that just came in.
He's on the ball. He's on the ball. The Rush goalkeeper is on the ball.
This is what we talked about, Nigel, earlier about the execution of the Tobago team in that final third. Getting so many chances.
But they're not carrying to its final delivery.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I guess they will learn something from this, so that when they go back, they know what are the weak areas that they have to work at. But at least their players are getting an opportunity to just show their stuff and to show their skill.
It's a foul on Rush player from Tobago player. Rush now has the ball. And they're showing that they want to dominate. They want to score another goal.
It's Rush
But
Tobago.
Tobago not having it. Tobago not having it at all.
No.
They're one man down, and they're still fighting.
Well, you got to fight to the finish.
Oh, yes. With just about 7-8 minutes left in the entire game. They're still showing that they have something to fight for.
Good.
Oh, yes. Number. Yeah, it's a Rush player that received a yellow card for showing dissent. Number 19. Number 19 for Rush was shown the yellow card for dissent.
Ronaldo Melvin. That's Ronaldo Melvin.
For Rush.
Yes.
No, this one says Tiago Alamandia. Antidote Rush just received a yellow card, and that's number 19 for Rush. I tend to give this officiating crew credit for the kind of work that they're doing, maintaining the game, the level of discipline that the game ought to be played with.
And give the youngsters some credit. A lot of them, all of them seem to have come with some amount of discipline coming from wherever the coach is training them or wherever the clubs are, the schools are, the academy that they're involved with. And yes, it's quite a fight in the center field there.
And a foul ball goes to Tobago. Tobago seems to be finding their foot with these young substitution that just came in.
The Rush turned up the pressure, and the Tobago team is answering the call.
Pretty much what is expected. Another yellow card to be issued to number 26 from the Tobago team.
Number 26. Wow. That number 26 is one of the substitutes.
Rush seems to be giving up. Tobago seems to be giving up easy set pieces to Rush. Here comes the goalkeeper again. What a beautiful save.
Beautiful save by the goalkeeper. Give him credit. He seemed to have damage his left leg. got a little injured later on.
He's gingerly walking around, up and around a bit. But seems like he'll be fine.
But he only has another 4 minutes of the game left, so that he should be able to finish the game with that. Referees seem to be checking him out to make sure that he's all right.
He does battle, and he does battle very well. He's a
He
fighter.
sends it across the field. Tobago's in charge.
Rush has
He's
the
on
ball.
top of the ball.
Rush has the ball.
Passes to Real, Rushman number 5. It's across the field. Again, and they are now getting an opportunity to trying to set up a game for another score.
And it won't be happening today because this Tobago defense is not. It's not going to allow them to,
That's
to
about
do it.
controlled by the Russian goalkeeper. Four minutes plus maybe another 3 minutes worth of extra time.
Foul committed on the Tobago player by the artillery rush. Midfielder. Substitution coming in. Goalkeeper substitution. Mr. Warner is off. He has done his job. And in comes the other goalkeeper for.
So that one a while ago. And we have the next goalkeeper coming now. Who is this new goalkeeper? We need to get the name for this new goalkeeper.
Yeah, he'll be closing out the game, but Mr. Warner's performance is something to talk about.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. Walker displayed some quality for these college coaches.
It's altitude rush and Tobago. Time of 3 to 5 minutes of the game left here. And the Tobago team with a strong defense is making sure that they are holding their own.
The new goalkeeper for
the new
Tobago
is Makaya Taylor. Okay. The new goalkeeper, Makaya Taylor.
It's a substitute goalkeeper for Tobago. He also has some quality.
Oh yes. Yes, still a student at Scarborough High School.
Yeah. He is for the future. He's definitely a future kid.
And Warner really has demonstrated well that he has his skills and capacity.
Warner looks to me to be able to play on a national program for.
With some amount of coaching, I'm sure he'll be able to rise to the occasion. And it's coming down. Rush past the ball to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper controls the ball and then passes it to his man on the right side. Sends across midfield. And
Nice wall pass. Nice wall pass by the Rush team.
yes.
They seem to be just
They understand the game plan.
knocking
and they play
around
the plan
easily. Yeah, the game plan is being executed well.
well. Quite well.
Shot on goal. Went wide. We have just about a minute and a half to go.
1.5 minutes, but then there might be some extra time, right?
Well, let's see what the referee does and what he says
The referee keeps the official time.
on the field.
Inside the midfield.
I think this is a big improvement on the part of Tobago.
Rush is now playing a cat and mouse game, seeing that they're already at in control of the game and they're at 3-0. Yes. The goalkeeper.
Mr. Taylor, good at as Mr. Warner, showing some class, showing some stuff. Throw in goes to Tobago. And throws it downfield. Tobago still on the ball. That sounds like the final whistle. Final whistle.
Well, the referee keeps the official.
Rush.
So Rush is 3, Tobago 0.
Altitude Rush 3, Tobago 0.
And that's just about the end of this game for this afternoon. No. We have another game coming up. I know, but this is the end of this particular play with Altitude Rush and of course the Tobago team.
It was
This last half
comeback
was very
piece
much
for
quick.
yeah.
Was much faster than the first half that I was watching when you guys were coming to. This last half here went much faster.
I'm gonna give
It
a
showed
shout
the
out.
strong defense of the the, the Tobago team, and the coach got an opportunity to really
Look at
play
some of
most
the
of
players.
his people who came with him. They came with what, a size of what, 20?
Maybe 40.
They brought 40 youngsters along with them.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay, fine. Let us wait. Well, all right, we get ready for the next game.
All right. So there you go. End of the first game now. We have 15 minutes before the start of the second game, which is the Jamaica game, actually. Where Jamaica, yes, Jamaica, yeah, Jamaica will be playing people, and that is going to be a good one. So we're waiting on the second game, which is the Jamaica versus Plantation game. That game is scheduled to kick off at 8 o'clock. We're going to give you starting 11. We're hoping to get a couple of our correspondents over there to kind of tell us what what the mood is like. Listen, here's what is happening, right? So we have loads and loads of views so far on this first game. But the likes for the video have been very, very minimal. So I'm going to ask you right now, if you have not done so yet, right before the second game restart, that you hit the like button. All right. For those of you who are watching, we don't have on our subscriber mode, but if you're watching and you have not yet subscribed to I Am Sure Sports and I Am Sure Sports Caribbean, go ahead right now and hit the subscribe button. All right. Like I said, we're going to call a couple of our correspondents over there at the field to hear from them as the Jamaican team gets ready in a must-win game, must-win if they want to play in tomorrow's final. Our phone lines are also open for you to call in. Big up to all our friends over there in Tobago in particular, whose team they got knocked out. They lost the game by 3 goals to 0. They also had a red card in the second half of the game, and so they lost both of their games. As you know, they lost the first game to Inter Miami. Inter Miami, they topped their group, and so they await the winner of the group that Jamaica is in. Remember, this is the 11th year of this competition. It provides opportunities for kids from the Caribbean and other places to be spotted by scouts and coaches, and so that they can be drafted into college programs. So this is a good opportunity for the youngsters. So I hope that they will win, and also that they will display their talents this evening, so that they can be spotted and highlighted. And you know how it is. If a door is open for a youngster, that would be absolutely, absolutely, absolutely fantastic. So we expect to see a few changes in the Jamaican setup. We also expect that the Jamaican team will play better in this game. As you know, the first game that they played, it ended 2-2, but that was, you can tell that there was a little bit of jet lag, and they didn't have a proper training session. This we must also remember is not the it's not the best of the players. It is more the players that have what must we say, have the requisite passport and visa to travel. And so those are the players who ended up going. Some also played JPL, so they didn't go. And then you have others who are in the under 17 team. So all in all, I think it is a good performance for that first game from this local team. All right. And so, again, I expect that we're going to see a better performance in this game, and also expect a Jamaica victory in this game because I'd love to see this Jamaican team play against Inter Miami in the finals tomorrow. All right, because that would be one more opportunity as well for the players to be seen by these college scouts. All right, I had some conversations today, and people were saying, "What about this player? What about that player? Why aren't they a part of this?" But it's how it is what it is. I kind of see the same thing with even the under 17, right? Jamaica playing the Jamaican game starts in 20 minutes. Evan Bryan, in 20 minutes the Jamaican game starts. So the Jamaican select team of Manning and Costa Cup players combined will be going up against Plantation. But one of the things that we have to do, especially as we have a new national coach and, we have an under 17 team, we have a female team. I realize that we don't have this problem with the female team, but we seem to have it on the male side where, sometimes as fans, we go ahead and so the game will be live right here at 8. As soon as it starts, we'll show you everything, right? You can watch it here. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. But when we see a player that is good, right, we also have to understand that a coach may see things that he doesn't like. We are not in the training sessions. We don't know what system the coach is going to play, how the coach is going to play. So here's how I always do it. I personally think, like, I know good talent, I know good players. So if I say this is a player, I oftentimes believe that that player is supposed to play and that player is supposed to be in the team and can make the team. Now, when that player is not selected, of course, I feel like there is an error. But here's what I will do. I will keep my word until the team plays. And if when the team plays, the players that replace the player are not good enough, then I have a problem. But up until that point, I really can't argue. I can't complain. I can't argue. I can't quarrel because I don't know the quality of the other player. So say that I introduce Evan Bryan to the national team. All right? But South Croy is there. And they don't select my player, Evan Bryan, but they select South Croy. If when the team plays, South Croy proved to be better than Evan Bryan, then the coach made a good decision. But if when the team plays, South Croy from his play, I don't think is better than Evan Bryan, then I have a case. And at that point, I can talk because coaches must be allowed to use the authority given to them to select the players that they want, not what we like and not what we want. Right? That's it. Understand me? Coaches must do that. So, I know some people are saying, how come this player from this school didn't go? We don't know all the mitigating factors. Like I said, some players didn't get visa. I mean, visas are not controlled by the federations, because even sometimes national players don't get visas. I think it's something that, the embassy deals with. For whatever reason, you can go to the embassy and whichever one, and your application is rejected. Let me see this one. This one says, I only one team in Jamaica football that impressed me, and that's Clarendon College. All right, cool. Jay Taylor, direct football. Man, you said that about Tapa 2. How did that turn out for us? Okay. All right. Well, we didn't qualify for the World Cup. I said it about Simoes as well, and he qualified and then he didn't qualify. I said it about Bora. It's the same thing. I said it about Arteta. I said it about our coaches. My job is not to pick teams. That is a coach's job. So even though I may think that this player is good enough to be in the team, my job is not to pick the team. I'm a fan. My job is that when the team is picked, if the performance of the players there are not up to standard with the players who are not selected, then I have an argument. But if the players who are selected are better than the players that I thought, then the coach is right. So all I'm saying is that it is after the team plays that we really have a right to criticize. Because we cannot, not seeing the training, not knowing what is in the coach's mind, we cannot tell unless the coach comes out explicitly and state, we cannot say this player should play before the game is played. We don't know that because we are not in the sessions and we don't know the coach's plan. But once the game is played, we become Monday morning quarterbacks. And then we can criticize the coach, whether that be the senior coach, the under 20, the under 17, the under 15, male or female. That's it. You know, I really let me take this one. I trust no local coach to pick the right. Our local coaches are amazing at picking the wrong teams. All right, JTL, I hear you. I can understand and appreciate, how you feel about that. I think, there's a legit case to say that. All right. And so what we must do is, how often have these coaches or a particular coach done the same thing and gotten it wrong? Maybe that is a bigger question. Glenn Thompson says Lenny Hyde, big coach. All right. I think Lenny Hyde should focus on coaching younger players. I think that's an area that he should specialize in. He's a good coach, but I find it that he does better with younger players, and that's my thing. I think that's where he should focus. I know he had said that he would never coach. He would never coach. Thing there again. He would never coach in the big leagues again, but he actually went ahead and did that. All right. So that was a little difficult, but nonetheless, let's see if he will go back. The Jamaica game is about to start, so let me see, make sure we bring that up and set it up for you guys, and then I'm going to take some more of your comments. So the Jamaica All School versus Plantation FC, that is the game that we will be showing for you, but have a little time, so we're going to talk a little bit more and just trying to connect with my people over there, to make sure we get this up and running and up and gunning. All right. Where is it now? Let me see. It's somewhere right here. Yeah. All right. In the meantime, so the game has not actually started yet. Yeah. We just saw the Inter Miami. We just saw the Tobago team being knocked out, but the team that defeated them also got knocked out as well. All right. So let's come back to a couple more of your comments. Are you a coach? Yes, you know that I am a coach, but I they're asking me to manage. I actually started a team years ago that plays in the Super League out here, but I can't I can't manage it anymore, Jason. I could coach at the Premier League level. That's how far I could coach. But with this new A and B and C and D license, I guess I would probably have to do like the C license so I could coach out here. So I don't have any desire right now to do that. All right. Are you a coach? Oh, I think I just answered that. This one says none of these Jamaican national team will make a mark playing bush ball. Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand that South Cry. I don't understand that one. All right, so let's see if we can bring up this game. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Where are we? All right. So let me get this for you so we can watch the game. There we go. All right. So still don't start yet. So once it starts, we'll get there. Management, you agree with the two players that were cut from the under-17 program today? You were in the press conference with the under-17 coach. Said he doesn't have a plan. His plan is to see what works. Okay, I don't remember the coach saying that he doesn't have a plan. Maybe that's what you're paraphrasing. But I didn't hear the coach say I don't have a plan and his plan is to see what works. I don't remember hearing that. You'd have to send me that clip, and then once I get that clip, then I can respond to the rest of the statement. But I don't recall the coach saying that. I don't recall the coach saying that. Did the coach actually say that? I don't recall the coach saying that still, I don't know. I don't recall the coach saying that. If the coach actually said that, then something is wrong with that. Come on, man. That's very easy. If the coach say he doesn't have a plan, but I don't recall the coach saying that. So you ask me if I agree with the two players that were cut from the under-17 program today. I've been hearing that players were cut. Like I said, I'm not the coach of the team. And so for me to say the players should not be cut, I don't know who are the other players who are going to be in their position. Because if the players who are going to play there are better than them, I don't know that. So I have to wait and see. If when the tournament begins, the players that stayed and caused these two to be cut, if they are no better, then I am going to have a problem with that. But we have to wait and see. Because I don't have the circumstances. I don't know the circumstances. So I can't have a problem without proper information. All right? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Management, I asked him the question in the press conference. He just said it in a nicer way. Like I said, I don't recall you asking a question. Coach, what is your plan? And the coach says, I have no plans. I will see what works. I don't recall that. Your interpretation of his answer is different from his actual answer. And how you are expressing what you ask in the press conference is a little bit different. That much I will say. He cut a player today who was called up for the US under-17. So that player, listen, if he cut a player who is in the US under-17, then that player should go and play for the US under-17 and play against Jamaica. That's what the player should do. If this player, unfortunately, is good enough to be in the USA team and the Jamaica team cut him, if I were his parents, I would say, well, you are part of the US 20-man roster. Go and play for them and come up and play against Jamaica. Because it is important that my son play in the tournament. So that is what I would do. Welcome, Natisha Jarrett. Big up, right? Welcome to the show. So that's what I would do, Demo. I would say, listen, not Demo, I would do Jay Taylor. That's what I would do. So good night to you, Natisha Jarrett. Welcome to the platform. Again, people, if you're watching for the first time, the Jamaican game, it has not started yet. As soon as it starts, we'll go live when the players take the field. It's a few minutes before they do that. But if you're watching and this is the first time on the platform, please remember to hit the like button, remember to subscribe, remember to share. All right. So there you go, Stefan Wright. So asking about a system, like I said, that I'm no expert, but I've played football at, I believe, a high enough level, and I have gone through several coaching things. I don't think I know a whole lot, but from what I know, if I'm starting a team, if I can't pick specific players, I have to get the best talent, and then based on the talent that I have, I create a system that facilitates the talent. Now, the system, there must be some coming into it. There must be some sort of, because remember, formation is different from system. So ideally, say I want to play 4-3-3. It's very simple. I need to find 4 defenders, left, back, right, all of those things. 3 midfielders, a box to box, a holding midfielder, a top midfielder. A right, a left winger. If we're going to play the forwards inverted, the wingers inverted, I have it like that. Okay? So fine. So when I decided to do that and I find the players, now I can determine based on the fitness of the players, the physicality of the players, the footballing IQ of the players, the tournament I'm playing, the opponents I'm going to go up against. With that being said, now I can now create a system of play based on the formation that I have and the quality of the players. So if someone asks me what system I am going to play, I would have to say, listen, I need to know the players that I have. Because if I don't know the quality of the players that I have, and I have a set system, something will have to give, because the players are more important than the system. All right, so the game is about to start. So let's see if we can get it here. Let's do it this way. All right, so let's go. All right, so we're gonna get the game up for you. It hasn't started yet. Okay, so let's see. Oh, what am I doing? All right. So let me what am I doing? Trying to get the game for you, right? They don't start yet. They're still waiting on the ideal time. All right. So yeah, right at the ideal time, they are going to start the game. So let me kickstart it for you. Righty here. All right. So where am I? Right here. Yeah. So they still have not taken the field yet. So let me begin to do this. I'm coming back to your comments, Who is the coach that determines who will be played on the Jamaican under-17 team? Just joining the stream. Well, the coach for the under-17 team is Meron Garden. His assistant coach is Vassal Reynolds, and Wendell Downswell, I believe, is the person who is the technical director. So those are the persons who are there. All right. Yeah. So So it would be interesting to hear from you, JT, what is a system? Because there's a distinction between a footballing system and footballing formation. And in a national team, where you're calling players together, do you create a system and tell players to play it? Or do you get your players and then based on the players you have, you build on a framework you have to create a system? So you have a formation, a preferred formation, and within that formation, you play a particular way, which is called your system of play. Is it that how it is? Or you have a different, because maybe we have different ideas and different thoughts as to what systems are and those things, you know. A.M. Henry, there, yeah, you know. Yeah, we need to just see. There you go, A.M. Henry. Listen, there is never a team that is going to be selected by any coach that people are satisfied with, especially in our context, because many of us have a preconceived notion, and whether it is true or not, it's just what we build. Unfortunately, it is what we believe, and because we believe that, because that's what we believe, because that is what we believe, we are just going to say that is the way. So, as long as and
because of organization and also members of Lauderhill,
if
the city of Lauderhill.
the team says, Manning's man, go and find me some players, right? He didn't say that he was going to select the players and him say, find me them. That is what we need to remember. He didn't say he's going to pick the players in the final squad, find them. So if the players are not selected, who are you supposed to blame? Who gets blamed? Is it a blame? Is the coach wrong? You have to wait until the tournament is finished. Right? Yeah, you have to wait until the tournament is finished. So this is the Jamaican game that is about to be started, and see they're meeting the what you call the party, the leadership party. So let's hear what is going on so you can get the starting 11. Minute of silence it is over there, in remembrance of Arantes do Nascimento. Edson Arantes do Nascimento. LA. A.M. Henry, good thing. A team playing system is a set of tactical instructions that are assigned to its players. All right, so you see why? All right. A tactical. All right, so okay. All right. All right. So true, Jason. Listen, people. All right, so the game is about
a moment of silence for our
we don't want to interrupt
great departed Pele.
On, right? But so what I'm going to ask you to do is to hit the like button, subscribe, share. When halftime comes up, you will hear back from me. You'll hear the starting 11. I'll be back at halftime. Listen, if you're watching, I appreciate the content and the work. You can also leave a super sticker, a super chat. We'll put that up on the screen when you do that. All right. So just help support the work by doing that. All right. All right. So you also know that the system of play that you talk about, we're talking about assignments and tactics. There is way more to it than that, Jay Taylor, right? Because in a game, right? In a game, there's a couple of things that can happen. You can play mid block, low block, and high press in one game. So you have to build a system around the type of players. So if you don't know the players that you're going to have,
Plantation, home
you
team,
cannot complete a
versus
system.
Jamaica,
What you can do, like I
the
said,
guest
is
team
create the
coming in
framework.
to
This is the
establish
formation we're
themselves
going to use,
as the better
and
team
this is
And
how
of,
each
to
of,
win this
person
game.
in the
of course,
formation
Jamaica is in
that we're
their
going to use will
traditional
play. That is not
gold
the
and black,
system,
and Plantation in their
but we're gonna
uh,
watch this and then come back,
full
right?
blue.
Yes, the plan.
Right, there you go. And this is a big point because when a
Yeah,
person
the
is called
Plantation
up
team, we saw them a couple
on
nights ago
identification
when
rosters,
they defeated the Lauderhill Lions,
I
and
am going to
they
call
really looked
somebody
good
who
then.
is a part
Let's
of
see what they
the
come with
new
tonight because they're
system to
fully
see if,
rested.
because I can't
And
understand
let's
how
see
this
how well
person was
they
called up to the 20-man
show this
US
Jamaican team
roster
that we have
and
good
still
quality
came
here in
and tried
South
out for
Florida.
Jamaica. That's what I want to find out. Thank you, DV Group. All right,
For sure, this Jamaican team is not going to sit back
they build a system if you don't have
and just
one.
say, hey,
I still answer
I'm
you,
a rollover. They're
Jay
here to
Taylor.
compete and they're going to compete.
I don't want to,
We're
you
guaranteed
understand
getting
me?
some good stuff
So
from the
we're gonna watch
Jamaican team.
football.
I've identified two players so far in the Jamaican team that I personally work with: Romain Blake, Kevon Wilson.
So we have the Jamaica team has made a couple changes from the game that they played on Thursday. So first of all, I switched in formation. So they were in 4-2-3-1 last game. They were going to be playing a 4-3-3 tonight. As you see, Blake and Saka. Blake is going to play in the back today, like how he played in the second half of the first game. So he's going to be playing with his high school captain, who's the one on the ball, Davidson. And then Darnell Edwards will be playing left back like he did the first game. Jamani McDonald is going to come in and play on the right-hand side where Chad Hendricks played the first game. And then in midfield, you have Koopy from Clarendon College will be anchoring the midfield. You'll have Burkett and Kevon Wilson, which is Saka, who are going to be playing as the two number 8s. Jaheim Johnson on the left, Raheem Grizzle on the right, and Javier Lynch, who started the first game up front, will start the second game as well.
Wearing the captain armband is Romain Blake for Jamaica. Who's wearing the captain armband for Plantation? Number 22.
Yeah, 22 is Declan Foster. So you see Jamaica taking the game to Plantation as they must, right? Because
it's a must-win situation.
Do or die game for Jamaica. Plantation only needs a point to advance to the final, whereas Jamaica has to win.
We talked about that earlier, that hopefully they don't come out and just play complacent and lay back. Plantation in the attack. Goalkeeper for Jamaica is Crucifixo Thompson.
Right. Change from last game, right?
A very competent goalkeeper. Very, very competent goalkeeper.
St. Catherine High.
St. Catherine High. And also he was on the national under-20 call-up.
So, Coach, what do you think about the change for Romain Blake playing more as a centre-back now in this game that they must win, as opposed to in midfield like they started?
When the first time that Inter Miami saw him play, that's the position they saw him play and they liked him then. I think he likes it also because he talks about it from time to time, how much he likes playing that position. A difference in the goalkeeping right away, Kerry. I notice the goalkeeper is playing all the way up above his 18-yard line, playing as final defender.
Sweeper keeper.
That's what they call it. The change seems to be working so far, Kerry. I tend to see Jamaica more on the attack, and it looks more purposeful.
They're definitely more on their front foot today than they started the game on Thursday. Because I think a lot of your Lions were all over them the first few minutes of that game. So when we have a second, we'll go over the Plantation starting lineup as well. Plantation are lined up in a 5-3-2 formation that's familiar to Jamaicans, right? Popular formation in Jamaica in the past. Formation that we used to go to the World Cup.
Yes, certainly.
So Plantation lines up with Alan Castro in goal. Camilo Gallego is the central of the three centre backs. The other two being Dom Hilton and Adriel Perez. Nate Pidana and Sage Medina are the ones with the task of going up and down the line as the wing backs. Shot by Saka going way over.
Way over top.
But I like how they've started the game though. They're on the front foot. They're looking to press Plantation, which I think is based on Jamaica's probably superior physical nature. It's probably a good tactic.
Well, we'll see as the game goes on if they don't wear themselves out. Because it could be a tactical move by Anis and the Plantation group.
He's an excellent coach, Coach Anis.
Sure is. I've duo with him quite a few times.
So the Plantation middle three are Declan Foster, Sebastian Picone, and Keyshawn Pownell is playing as the most attacking of the central midfielders. And then we have Dylan Hadeen and Elijah McDonald up front. So 5-3-2 for Plantation, 4-3-3 for the Jamaica All Schools team.
Seems pretty good to me right now with the Jamaica team working the ball, moving the ball from side to side, keeping their composure, looking like they're here to do business tonight.
Yeah, and they need to be because we have a high expectation of them, right? I think we said that there's been 10 tournaments and they've won 9.
Yes.
So I think there was only 1 year where we had a non-Jamaica winner, and if I remember correctly, it was Miramar. Miramar was the winner of that tournament maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
If my memory serves me right, Lauderhill never won it before. No, they didn't.
No, Lauderhill hasn't won it. This was supposed to be the year. I think Lauderhill gave up a very good fight against the Jamaicans in the last game. You know, they lost their first game to Plantation and they came out against Jamaica and was all over Jamaica, to be honest, in certain portions of that game. So I think they can be proud of themselves.
I think what happened then was the Jamaica team just came in and that jet lag.
Yeah, they traveled on Wednesday. They had a short training on Thursday and they played a game on Thursday. So
those are factors that we have to factor in.
For sure. From a Jamaican point of view, you're hoping that they'll a little bit more settled in now. You know, they've had a day of rest and training, and now they're probably more used to the turf for those of the players that don't play on the turf regularly.
Foul on the play. And Burkett was fouled by Plantation number 22 captain. Blake is about to take that free kick.
acrobatic attempt.
Yeah, certainly, but it goes high and way over the top.
I think you're looking for a Richarlison goal from the World Cup. Some
Oh, yes.
spectacular
Yes.
side volley.
Brazilian style.
Yeah.
Good attempt.
Yep.
Man down on the field for Plantation. Seems like it's the team captain. No? Seems to be anguishing in some kind of a pain there.
So I think the thought from maybe a Jamaican perspective, maybe a difference in this game, playing Burkett and Saka as two number eights, kind of two number eights. I think both of them probably naturally are number 10s. So I think maybe that influenced the coach's thinking in switching from the 4-2-3-1 to the 4-3-3. So you can have Saka and Burkett playing
What I like
in front
about
of
this
Kupi.
Burkett kid, Kerry, is that he's so much a mastermind of the kind of work he does. He figures it out real quick and he orchestrates stuff to happen. Here, Charango save and Plantation people. I like that kid and the way he thinks the game.
Yeah, and I definitely think that formation and his positioning in that formation probably suits him more than we saw on Thursday. So hopefully from the Jamaican perspective, we'll get that combination between Saka and Burkett to see if we can get some service for Lynch.
Sure. Throw into Jamaica. Deep in their own half. The leadership quality from the captain seems to be good so far. Blake is in full control.
Referee says no foul there. Jamaica on the attack again. A little bit of miscommunication there.
Should be an overlapping run made.
Yeah, because the outside midfielder came in, so it would have been good to have a run on the outside.
And room was outside. Room to go. The leadership from Blake is pretty stern now, Kerry. He's showing off no nonsense right now.
Yeah, man, Blake, although he's a youngster, mainstay in our under-20 team, very good player to look for in the future. What do you think his best formation, his best position is, Coach?
Defensive mid.
Blake, yeah, eventually, right?
Yeah, he's going to play there in the future. That being it.
Yeah, and I think the coaches started him there in the last game, but I think there was some issues in the back, so they kind of moved him back to center half, and that's what they've done from the start here as well.
See, his ability to play almost anywhere on the field gives him that edge over most of the players that he plays with.
Yeah.
And also that youthfulness that he has in him. That's a beautiful ball from Brian. Jamaica has it under control. Saka. Perfect. Oh, that was a
beautiful
spectacular
goal.
goal. That was a beauty to behold. And when you look at the combination play that made that possible, Mr. Burkett had a lot to contribute to it. And this is what we're talking about. His ability to play the ball game is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think it's Jamaica's aggression in the first few minutes of the game has paid off because you could see them pressing Plantation from very early, and it's paid off in a early goal.
I received a message this morning from some people saying, "Who is this kid?" And I said, "Let me see if he plays the same way like he did in the first game." And that's Brian Burkett. They were very much impressed with him and sent me notes on him. I was amazed to know that Flex FM reaching out to people all over the world that they can call me up and say, "Who is that number 11 kid?" And he surely shows true potential. I mean, he's a future for Jamaica.
For sure, I think Flex FM has I guess a dream that we've had for many years to get
Absolutely.
to get televised all of these games, both in the Youth Classic and also in terms of the Super League.
You know
So
something?
fill
I
the
have
void
said
for
this
sure.
story. I've said this time and time again. The guy or persons who came up with this idea should be credited, full
Definitely.
credited for this. I have 72 countries watching now. It's going to be 772 in a few years.
Yeah, I think those that have watched the Money Cup would have seen Burkett at St. George's College under Neville Burkett spell.
You know, I spoke to Doreen Reed. I think she's the manager for St. George's College, and she said to me this morning, "Hey, he has a lot more to offer, and he sure is showing that he has a lot more to offer." Jamaica has turned it up. Jamaica definitely turned it up, Kerry.
Yeah,
They turned it
I
up
think
not
it's the
one notch,
approach.
but like 3 notches.
It's the approach. I think they came out, and I think you could see it even before the game started with the formation change.
Yeah.
It's clear that they were going to press a little bit higher, try to get on top of Plantation early, unlike what happened in the Lauderhill Lions game. So very encouraging start for Jamaica.
You know, this is good coaching, bro.
Yeah,
Credit
adjustments.
Mr. Ferguson for that kind of adjustment along with Mr. Hyde in bringing Jamaica to another level.
Yeah, coaches are used to winning, right? Davian Ferguson is the Money Cup champion, and Lenny Teacher Hyde is the Costa Cup champion,
Wow, that's a perfect
and the Olivier
combination.
Shield champion. Yes,
That's a perfect combination right here.
so very used to winning. That's a foul. Apologize for some of the colorful language from the players close to the microphone.
You know, I have to talk to Mr. on this one right here. Jamaican team is showing that they're here to play. They're here to play, Kerry. They're here to play.
Yeah, and then Koopy, who is the one that missed the chance to win the game at the end, right? Number 16.
Right.
He's playing as the only holder now, so you can see him deep, looking to pick up the ball from the center backs, and that frees up Saka and Burkett. This is Saka's position now and Burkett's position, much higher. So when they get the ball, they're much closer to the opponent's goal. So working so far, the tactical change for Jamaica.
You gotta give the credit to the coaching staff. Coaching staff came together, sat down, ironed it out, and it looks real good.
One thing we know with the opposing coach, Anis, he's also very good at tactical switches within the game itself. So Jamaica has to, I think, keep their foot on the pedal, even though they have the goal that they need. They're only one goal away from being out, so they can continue playing well and continue to press. But obviously, look out for the counterattack from Plantation.
Kerry, we just saw one of Jamaica's legends just pass by, Michael Tulloh. Michael Tulloh is in the house, and I just saw legendary coach Vin Blaine. They're both in the house.
Michael Tola, one of the best headers of the ball
Oh yes, certainly
in
was.
in,
Certainly
in
was.
Jamaican football.
Here goes the young man I'm talking about. Very, very confident. Put the ball up back to you, and the rest will be history. Mr. Burke looks good. He looks really good.
And Coach Blaine, obviously a legend in our women's program and also the men as well.
Oh yes, he
Now
was a
into
technical
coaching
director at one point.
education. Yeah.
Yes, he's in coaching education. As a matter of fact, he have been working with my group for the last couple of weeks, and I've learned so much from him.
Yeah. So for those of you that are close to the Lauderhill area, still time to come out and support your two local teams. Local as in Plantation, local. For Lauderhill local, and then your Jamaican players from the All Manning and all the Costa. So we're just in the first half. So if you're close by, feel free to stop by. You're going to see a very interesting battle, I think, as this game goes on.
Jamaica's on the attack again, Terry. They're seriously pushing Plantation back on their back foot.
Yep.
A famous person that's always in on the Jamaica games, regular Premier League games here. It's a Peanut Man, Kerry. He's right around the world.
World famous, they say, Peanut Man.
I've seen him at the World Cup.
They say the Peanut Man has sold peanuts in 17 different countries.
Wow. When you're in Jamaica, you see that Peanut Man stays on the ground and throw that peanut all the way up to the pinnacle of the stand.
Accuracy.
That's
what we need for the West Indies cricket team. It's offside.
The goalkeeper change have made a big difference right now.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper playing high, and he's commanding his ship.
Yeah, and I think not under as much pressure as they were in the first game. So just waiting for any kind of counter attack to clean up. I wouldn't say Plantation has that much speed to get behind the Jamaica backline, unlike Lauderhill Lions that on Thursday that really posed a problem on the counter. So I think this tactic is wise. This pressing tactic is wise because I don't think Plantation really has the speed to get behind Jamaica's backline regularly. So you can afford to press and leave one-on-ones and two-on-twos in the back.
Gary, did you know that while Blake was here in Florida, playing at Inter Florida FC, he had the opportunity to go to the Inter Miami for a year and a half. So coming up, if they make it to the finals, he'll be going up against the boys at Inter Miami that he pretty much trained with. So he pretty much have a knowledge of how they play. I wonder how that will work out.
I definitely think it'll be a wonderful final. We haven't got there yet. Plantation may have a thing to say about that. But yeah, Inter Miami has been very, very impressive so far in their two games.
They got 12 goals and they haven't given up one. That's good account for themselves.
Yep. I don't remember the names, but the 66 and the 35 jumped out in my mind when I saw them play the first game. Yeah, the 66 in the holding role, and then the 35 up front. So
Jamaica gets a set piece and a corner kick. Corner kick goes to Jamaica. Let's see how well and see if they have the.
Should have a height advantage here if they can get it into the box.
And the keeper for Plantation is not that tall, so if that ball flows high, he's in trouble.
I think they're hoping that their tall center back is gonna get ahead on this one for Plantation, 22.
Here comes Burkett back on the defensive side of the ball. He just doesn't attack. He plays both sides of the ball, Kerry.
Yep, dropping deep. I think the difference you see in this game is just like I said about the counter attack. You saw how long it took Plantation to try to get behind Jamaica's defense there, whereas Thursday, Lauderhill Lions were very direct in trying to get behind the back line, and they got behind the back line quite a few times. So very different pattern of game here tonight.
Jamaica has ball one more time, but they turn it over. And now Plantation turns it back over to Jamaica tonight.
See the Saka and Burkett combination.
The combination seems to be working very well. These are two master the craft at this young tender age.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I'm getting from them. Burkett has the vision, he sees the field, he knows what he's doing. Saka has the skill set that will definitely take him to the next level.
So again,
that's the knowledge of Blake right there. That's how Blake is. And I think this kid Blake is most definitely a national caller for Jamaica in the future. He has what it takes to play at the next level.
Yeah, we'd expect a natural progression from U20 on, right? So it's just for him to keep improving. Where does he play now? Is it Waterhouse?
Yes,
I think in the Premier League.
I heard from my good old birdie at Chicago Fire. I've expressed some interest in him right now.
And we see a lot of our schoolboys are getting contracts right out of high school, which we never used to see in the past, really. You know, you've seen it with the young JC player Mackenzie. Now you've seen it with young Zimines from JC.
Blake goes down. Blake goes down on the pitch. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign. There's the trainer. Referee signal the trainers to come in.
I think one young player that we want to look out for on Plantation's team is the smallest player in the field, number 3. Yeah, Keyshawn Pownell.
What's his name?
Keyshawn. So I was talking to some of the Plantation coaches, and they're very impressed with his ability to play at this older age level. I think he's either 13 or 14.
Only that?
Yeah, young player.
Does he have a Jamaican background?
He does have a Jamaican background. So we'll keep an eye on him, right?
That young man should be in our national 17 program. I can't see him not getting looked at.
What I like to see now is that Jamaica has started to look at some of the players in the diaspora.
Certainly. And we
if you look at the crowd tonight,
anybody else does.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yeah. So you see Jamaica team out, and you can see the people out in their numbers to support the Jamaica team, and of course their local team in Plantation. But whenever Jamaica plays, the crowd is going to be big.
I just saw the Costa Wellness Center, people that came out to render some assistance to Blake. Costa Wellness Center is situated at 10,000 West Sample Road. Owner is Dr. Grant Schneider, and he does a very good job getting you back on your feet.
So Romain looking like he gets some quick repairs from the sideline, looking ready to go back on.
His work just now, and he's ready to go again.
You can see Plantation trying to get the ball in behind to number 25, which is one of the few players that you see with any real speed to get behind. But the couple balls they played into the spaces, Romain Blake has read it very well. But I would say he is the biggest threat to the Jamaica backline.
We gotta give it to Jonathan Hilka from Costa Wellness Center that came out and assisted Blake, so we could have him back right into the game.
And so the Jamaica College centre-back combination is back in force, right? Romain Blake and Xavier Davidson.
They understand each other very well.
Yes, I think that's why they made that move at the end of the last game, to make sure that they got the result, and I think they're more comfortable starting the game this way.
Blake back in action immediately.
Or you think Plantation is holding up to this physicality that the Jamaica team is bringing?
Not very well. Not very well. Not very well. I thought they would have done much better, but not very well. As a matter of fact, it was said that Plantation will be all over the Jamaica team. But I think the coaching changes for Jamaica has changed up a lot of things.
And also the Jamaica team getting acclimatized to the conditions, right? Good read by the goalie. So yeah, they got a day of rest and a day of training. They got a game under their legs on the turf for those that have played on the turf for the first time.
And they should have won the first game had they scored that.
Yes, that late penalty. Be interesting to see if they get a penalty tonight.
Going to Jamaica again.
Who takes it?
I think the captain should step up and take that responsibility.
Yeah,
when it comes to a penalty.
Or Saka, one of those two. But I think probably you'll see that the coach has identified a player or two before the game, so that if we get a penalty, there's no confusion over who's supposed to take it.
The responsibility should lie on the captain's hand to take a penalty in a situation where it's a chance of winning the game in the last minute. With only about 10 minutes left in the first half,
yeah,
Jamaican team have dominated. I'd say
they really have
60-40.
Yeah, they've dominated possession-wise, and more important, I think they've dominated territorially, because almost the whole game has been played in Plantation's
Yeah, it's
half.
another set piece again from a corner kick, and there goes the Jamaican at it. Break it with ball at his feet. Another corner kick. Listen to the goalkeeper. Listen to the goalkeeper, Mr. Thompson, Crucifixion Thompson. I had the privilege of seeing an under 20 camp, and I was most impressed with him. Awesome goalkeeper.
I think on that last play, you saw the effect of the formation, right? So Saka was playing as a low number 10 the first game. He's playing as a side-by-side number 8 this game. So he has the freedom to maybe pull a little bit wider than he normally would. So you saw him pick up a position that was dangerous for Plantation.
The Jamaican team have turned it up. Turning up 3, 4, 5 notches. With the Jamaican team playing tonight, Kerry, and the Inter Miami team resting, it should be the advantage of the Inter Miami team should the Jamaica team go to the final tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Jamaica played Thursday and then Saturday, and then if they do happen to win this game, they'll play on Sunday. So yeah, advantage Inter Miami.
4 hours rest.
Yep.
Come back on the pitch.
Yep. And I think because of the fact that this is a must-win game, Jamaica doesn't have the luxury that they normally have of starting their strongest team in the first game, making a few changes in the second game, because the second game now is a must-win game. So they have to play whatever team they think is going to give them the best chance of winning tonight.
Jamaican team goes down. Jamaican player goes down again. Referee stops the play. Jamaican team seems to be cramping up a bit. I guess maybe it's the trip. They haven't get the layout properly, changing a bed, all that good stuff. And so we see some stuff that's going on with them right now. On the goal just now, Kerry, who scored that beauty?
Was it Burkett?
It was a beauty.
Right in the far post.
Is there any way we can see that replay on that goal?
We can catch it at halftime, maybe.
On the crab. Number 2 for Jamaica, Kerry.
Number 2?
He just went down,
Jaheim Johnson.
Went down.
Young man playing on the left-hand side of midfield. Kingston College player.
And it starts again. Second.
Yeah, the Plantation defender definitely stuck to his task. He thought the ball went back off of the Jamaica player. Let's see what the linesman has to say. Goal kick.
Goal kick the Plantation.
So he was right.
It's just under 5 minutes left in the first half, Kerry. What are your thoughts so far on this game?
I think it's been a very good performance by the Jamaica team compared to what we saw before. I think they pressed very well, the Plantation team, and I think they're taking advantage of their advantage of speed by pressing them and trying to minimize the area of play that they have to cover. And then I think they're dealing well with the counterattacks, because to me, the only player is the player up front that has the danger of getting behind the defense. And I think he's been well marshaled by particularly Blake. So good half for Jamaica, but again, it's only 1-0, and Plantation only needs a draw. So everything to play for still.
Another attempt on goal by Jamaica, just past the post, very, very closely.
Yeah, Lynch got his head on that one, but just wide of the mark.
For me, Kerry, this coaching staff with Lenny Hyde and Ferguson, I think these coaches that are doing so well with youngsters should be the reign of coaching our youngsters at the national level. These coaches, they know the youngsters very well and they respond to them.
And that's interesting because neither of them are in a national setup, are they?
No.
Neither Teacher Hyde or Davian Ferguson
and I
are part of any of the national
honestly,
teams.
I'm honestly making that plea to whoever is in charge of Jamaica's football
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that these two men play a very, very important role in the development of youth football on the island at the national level.
I agree, because I think Davian Ferguson, as a younger coach, maybe not as experienced, definitely not as experienced as Lenny, but he's done well so far in the few years that he's been coaching at the Manning Cup level.
Jamaican team player down on the field of play. He's up.
Yep.
Jamaica is really dominating this.
Definitely. I think you see that number 16, Koopy, who is playing as the only holder, has had no issues containing Plantation's midfield. Here's another chance for Jamaica, and this should be the second goal.
Goal
and
number two. Goal number 2 for Jamaica. And this was scored by
the center back.
Center back. He brought it all the way upfield, Kerry.
Davidson.
They trusted him so much to make that dribble and pretty much catch the back line of Plantation lapsing.
But it tells you a lot about what we were talking about before, which is a territorial advantage. Jamaica has been so pushing Plantation back that you find a center back all the way in that attacking position.
This is something remarkable. This is what I'm talking about, Kerry, when I said Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Hyde should be in our national setup, coaching these youngsters. It's my opinion. I'm free to have that opinion, but when you see the work that they're doing, it spells sense.
There's probably reasons behind beyond football for that, right? So we don't want to get into any controversy tonight. But yeah, I agree. I agree that they should be.
It's in the best interest of football in Jamaica. It's not about anything else. It's football.
Yep.
And that's where we need to have it.
This is the danger player for me.
For the Plantation group.
25.
Here goes a combination between Burkett and Wilson. That's a beautiful combination going on out there.
Lovely
This
switch.
Burkett is something. He's special. A kid with a brain of a professional player at the highest level.
And I think where he's playing tonight really allows him to show that, right? So picking up the ball, not just stuck on the wing, so to speak.
He's in mid pitch and,
Right.
He's working like a real
Yeah,
midfielder.
and I think you see the
He reminds
combinations
me
with him and
of,
Saka
Savi.
from Barcelona.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance I'm getting. I'm impressed with him.
Yeah, I think the coach has got it spot on with the little tweaks they made from Thursday night's game to this game. Like I said, I don't think Kupi has any problems controlling the middle of the field as the deepest holding midfielder. Normally, you would say when you have two number 10s, really, Saka and Burkett, you might have an issue defending, but they haven't had any issue defending the middle of the field in the game so far tonight.
It's a level of respect for each other on the field, and they're working well. They're working extremely well. And the goalkeeper, he have been organizing from the top midfield to the back. That's remarkable.
Goalkeeper with the most interesting name,
Crucifixio
Thompson from St. Catherine High.
Saw him at the under 20 trials, and I was most impressed with him.
Yeah, I think he got cut very late in the process, so he was one of the main injury.
Yeah.
Got injured in one of the what was it, the practice games? Yeah.
But he's back, and he looks stronger than I really anticipated.
So I'm seeing the statistics of our viewers. We have currently over 500 viewers on watching Youth Classic from Lauderhill tonight.
There goes Burkett again with a comfortable pass for the ball to be inside the
that will be a corner.
The 18-yard box. He knows how to execute that ball to the outside and then have it served back inside.
And we definitely want to thank all the Jamaican YouTubers as well, who has helped us market the Flex FM website, where the games are being streamed on YouTube.
From Burkett.
A good try, right? Coming off the right.
Coming off the right. Hitting with the left. He has that. I never knew he had that kind of in his left foot.
I really do like the freedom that this formation gives Burkett and Saka to not just always remain in the middle of the field, but they can pull out to the left or to the right. They can drop deep. Yeah, they have a little bit more freedom to play.
What I would love to see, Kerry, is another goal to kind of seal the deal.
Yeah.
2-0 is a game that can change any momentum at any given time.
Yeah. I think they can just continue to play as they have been playing, and this is the halftime whistle. Excellent half for Jamaica, our schools team.
Total dominance of the Jamaica team. A total dominance. From back to front, front to back. Like I said, a territorial piece that they showed in this first half.
Yeah, let's see if Coach Anis will earn his money now and see if he can make some adjustments to get Plantation back into the game.
Well, let's see what he does. Yeah, let's wrap up this first half and stay tuned.
Keep going.
For the second half.
Keep going.
All right. Two beautiful goals scored by the Jamaican, right? Good play. Two good goals. What do you say, people? What are your thoughts on the game so far? Man? Two good goals. Very, very well taken goals by the Jamaicans. Like I said, it's a game that they needed to win. They're up by 2-0. Yeah, the commentators not giving us a lot. We're not hearing about the players' name. I don't know. But you don't know, maybe they are not as professional. Let's take this interview here. This is Kerry James. So let's hear what Kerry James is saying right now.
Lynch up front, and then with Saka and Burkett in behind, and then push up the midfield from there. So I think they've done that very, very well. I think they've controlled the game completely in terms of territorial dominance, and so far so good.
So far so good. And you know, my insight on the first game when I mentioned, and I had a lot of naysayers, and I'm telling them this: it's coaching.
Yeah.
We have the players, we have the talent, but coaching make a big difference, and we can see it here. We can see what Jamaica has displayed tonight. Totally different, same players, totally different team.
Yeah, I think little adjustments here and there, because when I saw the lineup before the game started, you could almost see what the coaches were thinking based on the lineup that they put out there, and the small changes that they made. They brought in 2 new outside midfielders, and they put Burkett more into the middle of the field where he can combine more with Saka, which I think has worked wonders in the first half. So everything is working great for Jamaica. It's just 2-0. When you know that Plantation only needs a draw, it's, you know, they're not out of the woods yet, but they continue playing like that. They have a little bit of a little bit of coverage because they have that one extra goal. And Plantation does not look like scoring, to be honest, except for the 25 that's playing up front, who has the pace to get behind.
And I think that the coaches are going to make some changes.
Yeah,
Plantation
for sure. Knowing Coach Anise, Coach Anise is plotting Jamaica's downfall. So we'll see if the players can do it for him. But it's not looking good for them so far. But you know, it's football. Every half is different.
That's what it is, and I think that the second half is going to determine this game.
Yeah.
First half, Jamaica dominate the first half. But again, you know and I know the coach and he's going to make some changes.
And then from the Jamaican point of view, sometimes when you're up 2-0, it's kind of you're in like the middle of nowhere where should we go and attack more or should we sit back? And sometimes you sit back, invite pressure, and the game changes. Or you push up too much and leave some spaces in the back for Plantation to attack into. But
well, let's hope that they don't do that.
Yeah.
Now, give me your overall take on this competition.
Great so far. I myself have been working with CASA to try to get the coaches out, college coaches. So we had over 20 coaches throughout from Tuesday till today and tomorrow. So a lot of opportunities for youngsters, not only the Jamaica team that covers about every other team that enters the tournament. And that's the key, right? That's what we want to do, is give players opportunities.
That's exactly what we want. And as I had mentioned throughout this tournament, the main purpose of this tournament is to get these young, talented players, not just here in America, but in the Caribbean, and put them on display for these coaches.
Yep.
This is a great thing, and I think, this is it's our 11th year doing it, and we have had a lot of successful scholarships that comes through this program.
And when you talk about scholarships, we had a session this morning with the Jamaican players and also the Tobago players and any other people that wanted to participate, with college coaches that came and talked to the players about how to qualify, what you need to do, because a lot of the Jamaican schools, I don't think do a good enough job of that, so that their players aren't prepared for the steps that they need to take if they want to go to college. Definitely. So we did a good job, I think, of that this morning.
Great. And once again, we're here at the beautiful Lauderhill Sports Complex, and as Kerry mentioned, during the first half, if you're local and you want to come down and see the second half,
45 minutes of good football to come.
45 minutes of good football. We're right here at 7500 West Oakland Park Boulevard, right here in beautiful Lauderhill. Okay. We're going to take a break and come back to our second half of what's supposed to be a great half.
Might be an exciting end to the half into the game if Plantation scores early.
I tell you. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
All right, people, you hear the big opportunities. This is such a big thing. Big opportunity there being presented for the young players. This whole idea of hope. I hope the people in Tobago listening and the people in Trinidad, this is a big opportunity. Big up Chris Wayne. Big up before the game, Fresh God. Olive Sterling, big up, right? So the Jamaica team, they just need to win this game, and if they do, tomorrow they actually will play the final against a good Inter Miami team, and that will be a good game. That game is scheduled to start at 5. Those two gentlemen that you see there, they are key in organizing this whole thing, and we're hoping to have them on tomorrow before that game. It will be the final. We want to thank Flex FM TV for affording us this opportunity to bring the game to you, the fans of I Am Sure Sports and of I Am Sure Sports Caribbean. As usual, hit the like button, please, and subscribe to the platform if you have not done so yet, right? And share the content. We also ask for those of you who are in North America and other places in the world to support the channel by donating through super stickers and super chat. Very easy thing to do, right? But two very good goals were scored. The first one was scored by Jaheim James Johnson. I think he's a player who missed the penalty in that first game, so it is good to see him coming back into this one and giving the lead. There you go. Jason is giving you some instructions right here. Thank you, Jason. Every time normally does his super stickers in green because he's a Calabar man. So lots of thanks for that. Thank you so much. So good game of football. Two very good goals scored by the Jamaicans. Very good goals. Brian Burkett, this number 11, I've been telling a lot of people this is a player that Unseen and I were having a discussion about that he should have been in the all-Manning team. His stats speak for themselves, and I don't think there's a player that plays that position, that number 10 position in high school in Jamaica, that's better than him technically. And I've been preaching this for a very, very, very long time. He is one of the best schoolboys in that position. If there's anything you can say about him is that he needs to be faster. And I'm happy to also see him at Dunbeholden, where he's going to be playing in the Premier League. In fact, he came on in the game that they played recently against Arnett Gardens at the Stadium East, right? I think there's a lot of potential in him. Like I said, he's a very, very, very... You remember that Burkett statement? And I think on that show, his father actually came on. But I'll tell you, I remember that Burkett statement. I believe, right? I believe he's one. Big up Tuffy Rudy as well. Listen, any one of the, you know what I want to know, if there's any of our subscriber who actually, like they actually went to the game. Seeing that, we have so many of you out there in the Florida, Fort Lauderdale, in that area. I know I have some there. Maybe I should call them. They're probably busy. Maybe I should call. You want me to call one? Let me call a former national footballer and find out from him. Tell him that he's live. I'm just going to put him I'm going to put him straight on the live. All right, so let me just do that right now. Let me just do that and have some fun with them right here. See if I can call them. There's probably lots of music playing, but he's a very good footballer. I mean, he was part of the under 20. Yes, Sir Freddie, you're live. You're live on I Am Sure Sports, Yeah, man. Big up. I know you're at the game. What are your thoughts so far on the Jamaican team performance?
So far, a steady performance. I like the spacing of the team. I like the ball movement. I like number 11 in the midfield and number 4 in the back, centre back. Very solid. I think even Blake from GSC having a solid game. Pretty decent so far.
Yep. Yeah. And 2 good goals.
You hear me? A little bit of noise in the start.
Yeah, man.
2 good goals.
We are hearing you.
I like the ball movement,
Yeah. That second goal, is it Lynch, the centre forward, who scored it, or is the player playing on the right side? What number scored it? Because
centre back, number 4.
Yeah, man. But who scored the goal for Jamaica? The second goal. Is it the centre forward, Lynch?
Number 4, the centre back.
Is it centre back?
Centre back make a run. Yeah. Centre back made a run from
that's the
from back. Him recognize that. Yeah, him recognize the space, follow the play and came forward and then he finished the play.
That's Xavier Davidson. He also plays for Jamaica College.
Yeah. Him have good size. I like his size.
Tall, very tall and slim. Yeah, good player. So the team really looking good. Burkett really
Yeah, man,
stringing
I
a lot
like
of
the team.
passes.
The team seem organized. Burkett putting on a show. Nice pass.
Yeah, and good support. I
The
just heard.
spacing of the team is nice.
Yeah, man, I hear that a lot of Jamaicans
are
are.
crowded.
Yeah, man, I hear that a lot of
man.
Jamaicans out there
Nice,
supporting it as well.
Yeah, nice and crowded. Yeah, they have some good support. I think tomorrow that's when most of the fans will come out. We'll probably have twice as much people tomorrow.
Okay, all right. I'm going to see if I can find a banana boat heading in that direction and see if I can squeeze myself on it.
Yeah, man, bring some banana when you come.
All right. All right. Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of the game, Coach Butler.
Yeah, man. All right. Yeah. All right. Take care. All right.
All right, so that's Freddie Butler for you. There you go. Nice spacing. So the second goal was scored by Xavier Davidson. Yes, the man from Jamaica College, the captain there. Can you imagine that? Beautiful goal from all the way in center back. Wow. The JC fans must be very, very delighted in that. But that player, Burkett, is a very good player. I don't know if you know this, but he won everything at 10 years old in terms of skills competition in Jamaica and the Caribbean and went to Manchester United. So this player has been on the radar for quite a while doing stuff. But I think because of his stature, because he was so small back then, it hindered him. But now he has really grown. He has put on some weight and things. But the game has restarted.
For the second half.
So this is second half. So
grueling game between Jamaica
get back to the game.
And the Plantation FC. Jamaica have sealed the first half. They won the first half. 2 goals to 0. Let's see what response this Plantation team has in the second half. Goalkeeper for Jamaica just made a pretty play. Putting the ball to the feet of his team. Start counter-attack. Ball played just that bit way forward. Center forward can get onto it. This center back for Jamaica. He is a tough cookie. Jamaica College, the man down on field. Foul committed by the Jamaica team. Referee runs over to make sure that everything is intact. Oh, the foul. Jamaica gets the ball. Is it foul for Jamaica? That Kevon Wilson, number 10 for Jamaica, he has some skill, Nigel. Really good skill.
Definitely, he's controlling the middle there for Jamaica, of course.
Jamaica has the ball again.
And we have a foul against number 22
Captain,
of
for
Plantation.
Made one of them cheeky fouls. He's up and wobbling around Wilson. We start the second half like how we ended the first half on a very positive approach.
So what you thought Coach Shanice would have to say at halftime, Coach? if you were Coach Anise?
If I was in his shoe right now, I'll be going great guns. I'll be opening up to everything. I can't lose right now. I'm already down 2. So let's play like our life depends on it.
That's young Keyshawn trying to match up with the bigger boys.
Yes, yes. He has a heart of a lion. I happened to take a look in the stands and saw Jamaica's World Cup coach, Carl Brown.
Legendary coach.
Legendary Carl Brown. I also had the privilege of seeing our first female captain at the World Cup, Kanya Taje Plummer. She's also in the house. So we have Jamaicans, we supporting each other, and it looks good.
Kanye was just at the recent Reggae Girls camp that took place at Nova Southeastern University. On side, I will try to take a one-time shot there. Raheem.
Shot on goal, looks good. He got to the task as the goalkeeper.
Another physical tackle there by the Jamaicans.
Seems like this young man may have picked up us. Knock off. Number 12 for Jamaica. Which school is he from, Kerry?
Number 12?
Yeah.
York Castle.
York Castle. I went up there and did a coaching clinic for them a couple
I think
months
is York Castle the one that has the
Is that the one next
with Mount Pleasant, right?
Mount Pleasant,
yeah, they have a little agreement with Mount Pleasant to send their players there.
I went up there and did a weekend camp with them, and they seem to have some talented youngsters up in the hills there.
Yeah, definitely they're using Mount Pleasant players. We know that's one of the serious academies in Jamaica. So shouldn't be surprising to see York Castle maybe in years coming up be very strong in the Costa Cup.
They should. And if they're getting that feeding from Mount Pleasant, who's an organized program, then hey, it spells well for the school.
Yeah, so York Castle play in the the Ben Francis semifinals. I think they lost to Glenmuir, if I remember correctly, down at Stets. So yeah, you can see them coming up in the Costa Cup football.
They're climbing the ladder.
Yeah, they're climbing.
Seems like we have a corner kick right there.
Oh, a glorious chance. A glorious chance. We've been talking about 2-0 being a dangerous lead.
1 goal score.
And that could have been it.
And momentum swings.
That could have been it. A free header at the back post. Communication issues between the Jamaica College peer. This is Lynch, the goalkeeper, off his line. He goes around the goalkeeper, and that's 3-0.
Jamaica 3.
I think the ref is trying to prevent any excessive celebrations here. But young Lynch, congratulated by his supporters on the sideline.
And Burkett came over to give him a high five.
Similar goal to the goal he scored on Thursday, Lynch.
Yeah.
Breakaway, and he has the speed to get behind the Plantation backline.
Kept his composure.
Very well. Plantation backline at 6s and 7s to try to deal with the speed of the Jamaicans. This is cramp now, coach.
Definitely. Definitely cramps. Hydration.
So we have the trainer and we have Coach Davian Ferguson, who has the magic water. So once he drinks this magic water, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he should be fine. I remember when we used to drink from the hose. That was our Gatorade.
Yeah. You used to have the I don't know if it's Kool-Aid what it was, but they used to pour salt in it.
Yes.
Kool-Aid with salt to get you back there. I guess in the same principle as Powerade or Gatorade with the sodium.
I remember they used to use that powder.
Glucose.
Glucose,
yes.
Yeah, glucose was another method of re-energizing yours up there.
Mm-hmm. So Raheem Grizzle has been dealing with a few knocks. This is the player that came in as a new player today. Didn't start the first game, but he's been in the wars. He's had a few knocks. So we'll see if they are considering a replacement. Don't see any
Doesn't seem like
Jamaica
he's
players
gonna
warming up. Oh, they're on the far side, I think. Oh no, they're on the bench. So there's nobody warming up at the moment.
The coach has to make that decision.
Yeah, now you see, I think, a player
Coach is
going down the sideline to do a quick warm up. So possible replacement coming in here for Grizzle. Raheem Grizzle.
The Jamaica team have seemed to found their foot very well. Some would say their footing, but I would say they find their feet on this ground. This is their favorite place to play. Lauderdale Sports Complex.
Yeah, big history in this tournament. You know, nine titles in 10 years, so they've only lost once. Here's Saka. Oh, that's a bad foul. That is well worthy of a yellow card, I would think.
A yellow card issued to number 12 from the Plantation group.
Yeah, I don't think the young man had any intention of playing the ball there.
Absolutely.
Just to stop the forward run of young Wilson.
You see, Wilson played around here, so they know him very well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be a target.
And you see Grizzle back on the field.
Yeah, Grizzly back.
So let's see if he can limp through the. Oh, it's a red card.
It's a red card.
Did he have? I don't know if he had a yellow card before or whether dissent may have played a part in the second yellow card.
And
and I hear him saying, "What did he say?" So I get the feeling that dissent or some kind of bad language was the cause of him taking an early exit tonight.
Well, you know, once you do stuff that's not with the program, then the officials are going to do what they have to do.
Yeah, sort of unlike Plantation, a very disciplined bunch for the most part. So surprising to see a player lose his cool like that. But we know football is an emotional game.
Sure is. And it brings out stuff out of each and every one of us.
True story.
If mom heard some stuff that we see on the field, she'll be like, oh, that's not my son.
So the two twin number 8s in terms of the positioning, Saka and Burkett over the ball. So you would expect them to be chipping this ball over the top. Grizzle looking for it, making sure to stay onside. You have a left footer and a right footer over the ball. Burkett with the left, Saka with the right. And look like a training ground routine that wasn't practiced on the training ground there. Players not on the same page.
I like to see them. I like to see the players make mistakes and how they get back from that mistake. It's unique in its sense to see when they come back and say, "Hey, that was a mistake. Let's fix it."
Yeah, football is a game of decision making, so you're gonna have to make mistakes so that you can learn from it.
I remember one year coaching and a player made a mistake in a showcase, and the dad was, "Oh, why did you make that mistake?" And the coaches were like, "It's not about the mistake. It's how he recovers from that mistake."
Right. You can see Plantation has great difficulty getting the ball out of midfield. Once that ball gets into midfield, you can see the Jamaican players pressing the ball. So not much space for Plantation to make their nice 5-yard passes in the middle of the field. And I think that would normally be their game plan, is to possess the ball. But they haven't been able to move it up the pitch.
Kerry, last night I heard some people who are doubters saying the Jamaica team is not good enough. I wonder what they're saying now.
That's onside again. Well done by the keeper. We talked about super keeper earlier. Plantation keeper doing the same.
Yep.
Definitely necessary with the speed of the Jamaican front line.
You heard me earlier, Kiri?
Yeah, about the naysayers.
The naysayers, and they're like, "Oh, we don't think the Jamaican team is good enough." But Coach Fergie and Coach I did a tremendous job.
I definitely think so, because I think their hands are kind of tied in terms of the squad that's here, so they have to work with the squad that they have. You know, maybe some players are missing with visa issues and some other issues, so they have to work with what they have, and I think they've done it very well tonight. The goalkeeper, I thought, would have came for that ball. Handball on Burkett. Ref says no. Nice 1-2.
It looks one-sided to me right now, Kiri.
Yeah, the whole game has been one-sided, to be honest. We keep hoping, well, at least from Plantation's point of view, that they can get back in it by having some possession of the ball, but they can't seem to keep it long enough to give any threat to the Jamaicans.
Down again. Jamaican player down. That's number 12, Grizzle. I think they should make a substitution with this kid. He's anguishing right now.
Yeah, he's been down a number of different times. So you would think that a substitution would be not too far away. I think you see a player on the bench there getting his final instructions. They're being helped up.
The captain of Plantation. This is good sportsmanship.
Yep.
Or is it that he wants to continue?
Yeah, I think he wants to get the game started. They're behind, so they have to find a way to catch back up.
I think this young man that comes in right now, number 7, is one of the most promising young men on the island. But I guess the system that they use now may not favor him to start.
Is this the KC player?
Yeah, number 7, yeah.
Tayshawn Mattis.
Let me see what he does. He has 20 minutes to show himself. Offsides.
Oh, just wide. Just wide.
Just inches past the post. The Jamaican team is on an assault right now.
Yeah, they're in complete control of the game. They've got that third goal to give them a little bit of a cushion. And now Plantation resorting to a little bit more directs, going long. Not sure that's going to work either because of the size of the Jamaican team and also the speed of the Jamaican players. That's a clear offside.
Our midfielders seem to be just not looking at the line that the Plantation defense have set, and thus they get caught making that through pass in an offside position.
Yeah, too many straight runs, not enough diagonal runs. Here's Lynch again. So this is the young man that just came on, Mattis from KC.
They call him Prophet.
got around the defender like he wasn't there, and cleared off the line by the plantation defender.
Shot on goal from Burkett. Easily picked up by the goalkeeper for Plantation. Space on the ball again for Jamaica.
Koopy from Clarendon College, the player in the defensive midfield, he's had a much easier night than maybe you would have expected, playing as the only holding midfielder. But really has not been under any pressure from the Plantation midfield. You can see Plantation is playing a lot more long balls now in the second half. So I don't know if that's just desperation or that's the tactical plan of the coach.
Try to get the ball behind the defense. This defense is not allowing that. So I think they need to go back to what they were doing earlier and trying to play the ball in a combination play through midfield.
Yeah, it's tough for them because neither tactic is working, right? They've tried most of the game to play their normal game, trying to play through midfield, but Jamaica puts them under immediate pressure and they can't make enough passes to get the ball up the field. So they've tried a longer route, and I think that's probably a less successful route for them because of the speed of the Jamaicans and the the size difference.
Another player down for Plantation. Player down. Seems like the cramping situation is on both. Another player down for cramps. Here.
Yeah, it's a tough game for Plantation. Not a surprise that they're cramping because they have. So look at the people that are in the stands here. Look at the support we have for the young men from Plantation and from Jamaica.
Sportsmax that I know very well.
Yeah, Sportsmax has been doing a good job here with the highlights of the games, so you can check them out. I'm sure they'll have highlights of this match as well. So here we come to the grandstand, and you can see the amount of people. Here's Mattis again. Mattis has been a handful since he's come on. Tried to get to the far post. Oh, that was a good improvised effort there. I think Burkett has been limping, coach. I think maybe that's another potential sub. Yeah, but happy to see so many people out supporting the young men.
The stands are full. Right around the field, it's the same thing. It's a full capacity house. This reminds me of the finals that we played against the Sharks
from Boynton Beach.
Yeah, and this place was jam-packed.
It shows you that the people in Lauderhill like to see the football. Once they have a good product on the field, they'll come out and support and watch it. So
we have to maintain the standard so that they keep coming out.
For sure.
And so they can get to be seen around the world from Flex FM Sport.
How many viewers we're up to now, Nigel?
All over the world.
Again, we want to thank our Jamaican YouTubers. 973 people currently watching.
Can we bring that up to 1,000?
Yeah, share the video.
Share the video. Let everybody come on in.
Yeah, I was in Orlando earlier today, and the amount of people that text me and say, "Oh, you're at the game? How we can watch the game?" So you can watch it on Flex FM. Just go onto YouTube and type in Flex with 2 X's, FLEXX.
That young man Burkett is a maestro.
Yeah,
he is a maestro.
Another sub for Jamaica. I think this
number 12
tall young man was the centre back that played the first game.
Here there goes Michael Tolo, man that scores all the way with the header for Jamaica.
Yep. Can't forget it.
Greatest header of all times in Jamaica.
Used to play for JDF at one point. JDF.
Yeah. When he hits the ball, it's like you're kicking it. You got people that could not kick the ball like he heads it.
Yep.
The center back for Jamaica is very, very crafty.
That's the Jamaica College captain.
Yes, he's very, very crafty. He reads the game. He plays the game well. You know, most of all, that surprising run that he made and scored just now. He's so smooth behind, and he knows when to turn it up, Gary.
Yep. Yeah, I heard Romain saying before the last game, that's my captain. This is JC captain as well.
I know Romain captains this team, so they share the captaincy. Respect on both sides.
Yep. Number 13 that came on is Shamir Hutchinson. That's the player from Dinthill.
No, this young man.
Oh, look at that one too. Oh, he just couldn't get it under control.
This young man Burkett is something special in this young man. I used to
Exhibition time.
Romain Blake in full flight.
And I think he's talked himself into the book Burkett. I think it's Burkett that gets the yellow card.
Card number 13.
No, I think it was Burkett. He said something after because I think Blake got a little bit of a hand to the face there. Maybe he was complaining about that.
And the referee's no nonsense.
Yeah.
Look at this young man direct traffic, even without the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Burkett. These are the things that impresses me, and the communication skill that he has on the field to express himself. And we in Jamaica that plays the sport and knows the sport, that this is very, very important. When you can talk, and then not just talk the talk, but also walk the walk.
Yeah, and I think this formation suits into a T, right? A player behind, and then him and Saka in front with the freedom to attack, freedom to press, freedom to drift from left to right. Beautiful ball. Oh, just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it on target.
Open chance right there that Romain Blake provided him.
Beautiful cross.
They're all over Plantation.
Yeah, I would say I'm maybe a little bit surprised with the how one-sided the game has been. Wow, we're over 1,000 views. You called for it, coach, and we got it. 1,027 views.
I'm looking for 1,500. I'm getting greedy now.
How much will we have tomorrow for the final? Because it seems to be building up, coach. I don't know if it's too early to talk about the final.
You know, the reason for that, Kier, is because you and I are on here, right?
That's why. I doubt it. I don't think anybody wants to hear my voice.
No, they do. Trust me, Kier, they do. Once again, we got to give a big shout out to Coastal Wellness Center, because all these players that are getting cramped up is being taken care of by Jonathan from the Coastal Wellness Center. They're situated at 10,000 West Sample Road. And tell you what, they take care of me, because I've had an accident recently, and they're taking care of all parts of my body. So
I thought you said you were I thought you meant you were getting old.
No,
accident.
It was an accident.
Okay.
It was an accident. And they certainly take care of me. I am happy to get Dr. Grant Schneider. Dr. Grant Schneider fixing me up, cracking my bones.
Mm-hmm.
Getting me the treatment that I need in order to feel good about myself.
That was probably Plantation's best attack for the game.
Yes.
Beautiful ball down the left-hand side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Easy bike.
Yeah.
That goalkeeper.
Solid.
You know something, Gary. Right through this tournament, the goalkeepers.
For all of the teams.
All the teams.
Yeah.
The goalkeepers have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mr. Brian on the ball again for Jamaica. Mastermind of the game.
This one is offside. Yeah, it was offside. Correct call. I assistant referee is Rubens Michel, who was in the center of the field the last time Jamaica played. He was a center referee.
This player seems to be getting into it with the spectators.
Which is never a good thing.
Never a good thing to do.
Never a good thing. Not going to win that battle.
And it's a team captain too. Number 22.
Yes.
That's a corner kick.
So the number 3 that recently came on is Seji Ashman from Manchester High, central defender. So I think the coach is maybe now thinking about tomorrow. And so having, once they complete this victory, once, they keep Plantation out, then they'll be thinking about a final against Inter Miami tomorrow,
which will be a very
which
good
will be
final.
a classic.
It's gonna be something else, because what I like right now, Kerry, is the change of the kind of formation that the coach have used in this game, which is a must-win game, and then for the finals, you want to win also.
Right. So I think you said earlier that Inter Miami may have a small advantage, the fact that they played last night, wherein Jamaica is playing tonight. So an extra day's rest for Beckham's boys.
Well, the Jamaicans, they like when it's a challenge.
Yep.
In the sense of rest today, play tomorrow again.
Yep. I think they finally got into some rhythm today that we didn't see in the first game. So,
like I said,
hopefully carries over.
It may have caused by the jet lag.
Yep.
And changing your bed for the first time, you're not used to that, so they're not
Right. You think Jamaica will take the same approach tomorrow, be very aggressive without the football and try to press Inter Miami? Or you think that the coaches having watched Inter Miami and see how they can play, wouldn't want to take too much chances pressing too high too early?
I think the coaches may have a different plan for Inter Miami, and let's see how that works out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Crucifixo, he had an injury back in Jamaica and just coming off injury, so
right.
Seeing him down now. Seeing him now is down. I'm wondering.
Lynch scored one.
Is it number 11 scored on?
Very good.
That's not a good sign, right?
We're hoping this is not a serious injury.
He's on the pretty much he's up. Thank God he's up.
Let's see if he's limping.
No,
seems to be okay.
Give me a scare right there, Mr. Thompson.
Brown was the goalkeeper that kept the first game. So if anything,
St. Catherine High.
Yeah, 2 St. Catherine High goalkeepers.
This guy here on the right defense.
Yeah, I can't see his number from where I am, but is it the player that played in the center back last game?
Yeah. And he also can play up top.
Storage, yeah.
He can also play up top. I did a showcase in Jamaica recently at Spanish Town Prison Oval for the University of Connecticut. And he was there, and I switched him around, and I got some good results out of him.
Yeah, he's a player that played with Lynch in the first game at centre back when Romain Blake was playing in midfield.
Jamaica on the attack again.
Offside. I was waiting for him to run towards the ball to become active, so he got to hold the run.
They're expressing themselves.
Yeah, Lynch is a little frustrated and not getting the ball played to him early enough.
Just catch him in the offside position.
Yeah. And so you see them ringing the changes now, thinking about tomorrow, getting some other players a chance to get onto the field.
We have just under 5.5 minutes left, Kerry.
Yep.
For Jamaica to be in the finals with Inter Miami for tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think you could say it's clearly the two best teams, right?
Sure. Jamaica team showed something different tonight on the first game. Even though they should have won the first game with that last minute penalty that QP passed for the goalkeeper.
Yeah. So 3-0. Let's see if they can make it 4. A bad pass there by Sturridge. Goal scorers tonight: Javier Lynch, Brian Burkett, and Raheem Grizzle, who came in and played on the right-hand side today.
Burkett goal is a class.
Yep.
Classic piece of goal scoring.
Picked it up on the left, take a touch inside. Super keeper again. I think Plantation keeper is doing a very good job, knowing the speed that Jamaicans have up front, playing outside his box and really ready to clear anything that goes over his centre back's heads.
And if that young man Sturridge puts his foot on the ball, I guarantee there'll be an opening in the net.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you that much. He's that strong. I saw him recently over in Spanish Town Nova at a showcase, and he was a monster kicking the ball. It's a one-sided affair. We have 3 minutes to play, 3.5 minutes to play. And I think the Jamaicans have done themselves some justice.
This is a young man from Manchester High,
who thought that Jamaica had never had anything. I was just talking to Carl Brown, and he says he loves what he saw. And we all know what Carl Brown have done for Jamaica football over the years.
just a little bit too far. See that Ashman, who is normally a centre back, is playing in the central midfield position. No need to change the back line, up 3-0. Just rotating the players that have been doing most of the running, right? The midfielders especially.
Can we send that goal to ESPN that Burkett scored? That's a highlight goal.
ESPN top plays.
We'd have to ask Nigel if you can get that over to ESPN.
That's gonna be offside also. Number 20 seems to be enjoying the freedom the last few minutes out of the defense and running the midfield.
Let him stay up top. Let him stay up top. Don't have him near the defensive side of the game because, his feet is not the greatest feet of all.
Yeah. Little bit too much on that pass. But it seemed to be a fan favorite.
Sure is.
A lot of advice coming from the sideline for young Mattis.
Mattis is regarded
from KC.
They call him the prophet.
The prophet. Prophet isn't making a lot of money, or you can tell the future. Prophet or prophet.
The prophet are playing some good balls and they're playing the whole entire crowd.
Yeah, you can see the difference once he came on. He really bring a difference to the game on the left hand side here.
That's a throw-in, or it's a foul kick to be taken by number 22, the captain for Plantation.
The Jamaican coaches will be thrilled with this performance. Maybe a little bit of apprehension coming into the game. You know, even though we expected them to play better, you never know what's going to happen.
Shot on goal went high.
Again, one of the few times Plantation kind of half get behind Jamaica backline there. You haven't seen a lot of that in the game. I think maybe that's probably their second best attack. The best one is when they went down the left hand side.
And even though that's the best care, the best is not good enough.
Not good enough, yeah. I think Jamaica has dominated the game, thoroughly from start to finish.
Like I said, they displayed real quality.
I think as tends to happen when you make a lot of subs, game has kind of got a little bit scrappy. The young Jamaicans that have just come on, maybe doing a little bit too much to try to impress.
Right. But then it's gallery time pretty much. There's only a minute left in the game.
Yep.
I don't think you can score 3 goals in 3 seconds.
Stoppage time.
Oh, stoppage time. Referee holds the time on the field, right?
Yep. Again, Ashman looking for a longer ball, but him and his outside mid not on the same page. Mattis all action, defending and attacking.
Yeah, and he's communicating good too.
Yeah.
I think this should be the final attack for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Young Mattis seems to be a strong looking, compact player.
Well built.
Well built.
Mattis, like Lynch earlier, complaining about maybe the ball not getting to him early enough. Those frustrations are part of the game as well.
Yeah, it's not going to go out your way all the time.
Long ball from Blake. A late yellow card, just so you can have your name in the book.
6 for Plantation.
And this is going to be another yellow card.
Double yellow card. 6 and number
Let's see. I think you've seen quite a few yellow cards on both teams for talking after the whistle. A lot of dissent yellow cards.
The 3rd yellow card.
The crowd imploring the referee that those are multiple yellow cards and from one player, so it should have been another red. So hopefully the referee is doing his bookkeeping well. Oh, that's 22 has got to go.
Second red card for the Plantation team.
Yeah, 22 had no intention of playing the ball there. Another double red. Another double yellow, sorry, red card. 12 and 22 came for a debate when it was a football game instead.
I thought that this was the most disciplined team in the league,
and they generally are. I think the game probably just got the best of them today, the emotions. Normally a very disciplined team, very well coached. Coach Anise, Coach Mikey over there, experienced coaches, and that's the final whistle.
Final whistle, Jamaica 3, Plantation 0. Kerry, if this anything to go by, the Jamaica team is gonna bring some good thing tomorrow to play that Inter Miami program.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, because I think there was a little bit of apprehension when we saw the first game, Jamaica versus Lions. Jamaica did not play very well in that game, and so they've come out tonight and they've set their marker down. They've thrashed Plantation, thoroughly in this game. So sets up for a great game tomorrow.
Yeah, great game tomorrow.
Inter Miami versus Jamaica, which is a final that we would have expected
I had
before the
predicted
tournament
that. I had
started.
predicted that. I had predicted that.
Yeah, two best teams out there. Sturge is a big lad.
Nigel, do you have anything you want to close out on, Nigel?
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for, I must say, job well done on the play-by-play. Thanks, Coach Brown. Coach Carey.
Anytime.
I hope that I see you in the finals.
Yes.
Do some play-by-play.
I'll be here.
Once again, this is Flex FM Sports on your YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can always see us and always get updated on our sports. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, 5 p.m. for the final. And the final will be Inter Miami versus Jamaica.
All right, people. That is the end of the game. Whoa, what a game. Comprehensive display by the Jamaican team, winning this one by 3-0. Good performance, 3 quality goals. I know the commentator said Burkett. Burkett did not score. It was Jaheim Johnson who scored. The third goal, and then you also had a goal by JC Xavier Davidson of Jamaica College. Missed the second goal scorer. Yeah. So yeah. But very good game by the Jamaican, like I said, and then tomorrow is the actual finals. It's going to be at 5. We will be but before the game, though, we are going to be having on the organizer, Mr. Blair. He's going to be on with us. Grizzly, right? Grizzly is the second goal scorer. So we had Johnson, Grizzly, and Davidson scoring. Grizzly is from York Castle. He had some cramps, was substituted. Yeah, so, but people, I just want us to realize that these are academy teams that the Jamaicans playing against, and they're not no under 15. They have different age group, but it's an under 18, right? So the players are in the same age group, and the Jamaican played well and surface that they're not used to. So let's give some credit to them. And those academy teams have been training together. The Jamaica team has not been training together. All right, but good performance by the youngsters. They are in the final. It will be interesting to see how they match up with the Inter Miami team, which they say is one of the better teams over there. So the youngsters look well, and this is not our best all-school team. All right, this is not the best all-school team. So I would say this is like they're when you go through to you could have 2 Mona players on this. You could have 2 other KC players on this team. I'm telling you, players who would make this team. You probably have 3 or 4 the Clarendon players on this team. There are players all over. The Manning's captain. You have Glenmuir players. So there's a lot of players who are not there. Cooper from William Naval, who I think is in the under-17 camp, quality player as well. So there are there's lots of players who are not there. You could have, like I say, you could have a next team that could possibly contend against this Jamaican team and beat them. That's just it. So all in all, good performance. And, you saw the indiscipline of the opponent that they played against. So kudos again. Stats players. Yeah, you could have Satchel and, Gooden. So they have the Haile Selassie captain and the guy named Payne. 2 quality players, and these players play in the Premier League. Right, you have Barrett. Remember you also have players. Yeah, I call him. Remember you have like Ronaldo Barrett who qualified to play. You have Bennett at JC, who is now back at Mount Pleasant. So there's almost a next team. I haven't called Zane Pinnock, who is a very Donahue Mitchell from Mona. So there's a whole string of players that are not there. They are not there. Right, so kudos to the Jamaican team. You understand me? Whisper not there. Malachi Douglas not there. Christopher Hull not there. Malik Reed not there. Kaheem Dixon not there. So many players. So many players. Don Dunstan Cohen, Javin Williams, Devontae Rodney, who was supposed to be on this trip, not there. So there's a whole David Reed. I mean, so many players. So many players. So you have the oh my lord, the central players. You even have the Manchester high school forward who could have probably gone. So big up to the players. They maintained their discipline, though they were being fouled aggressively at the end of the game. They never retaliated or responded to that. So again, that is commendation to them. You understand me? So big up to the team, man. Really, really good performance. I am proud of them. They're going to the finals. Want them to win it because, like I said, that only once has the Jamaican teams lost this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close out now. Yeah, and they are playing against academies, because these are teams that play in the what they call it. It's a form of the UPSL. Like so, they play competition. Some of them just played competition, or they are in preseason. So it's not like they don't play football. So big up to the Jamaicans. Listen, but you don't know. So yeah, it's a good show in Jason, and so I see some people that they're trying to criticize the players. There's nothing to criticize. These guys flew in late Wednesday. They went to the field and did like a 30 minutes run around in the morning, and they played in the evening. They rested Friday, and they play today, and they play tomorrow. They come back to Jamaica and go to school on Monday. So it is not an easy road. All right. And then, like, the other thing is that some of these guys did not know they were going to go, because some of the initial people who were supposed to go didn't have visas or didn't get visas, so they couldn't go. So yeah. All right. So listen, I want to also thank you. If you have not yet liked the video, please ensure that you like the video. Again, big thank you to Flex FM TV, the man. He's going to be on I Am Sure Sports tomorrow before the finals to talk to us about everything, the scholarship opportunity, and other players who have been there and gotten scholarships. All right. So he's going to be on to tell us about that. Yeah. That whole process. It's tough, I'm telling you. All right, so some of the players actually got there Thursday. Some got there Wednesday late. I mean, the whole airport thing was, again, those guys from the whole Ali Cup thing, they helped the Jamaican team to get through the airport quickly, right? And then after that, like I said, some players came in Thursday and played in the game on Thursday. Though it's a very short flight, flying is just not an easy thing because them don't fly first class. You understand me? So bear that in mind. They are soldiers indeed, man. So kudos to the players. Yeah. Yeah, man. I hope so too. We just can hope for the best, Rob. All right. DV! It will be a good game tomorrow, but Inter will win. If the absent players were there, that would have made the game tomorrow much more interesting. All right. All right, so DV Group says tomorrow the Inter team is full of quality. So yeah, they are going to win. All right, let's see. One thing, I've watched the Inter team play. They are a class team, but the Jamaican teams can give them a run for their money. Trust me, man. I think now that they have played and had this game, they are going to come out. If all of them are fit, because some of them had cramps already, and to come back and play tomorrow, I don't know how they recover. How do they recover to come back and play tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah. Ice bath. As soon as they get to the hotel and then sleep. 2 fried eggs, oatmeal, and some yogurt for breakfast tomorrow morning to help boost them energy. All right, Sir Chris, so like you're a physio. Fresh God, yeah, man. Goal scorers, yep. So Javier Lynch. Oh, there you go. James Johnson, Xavier Lynch, and Xavier Davidson. All right. So yeah, but people listen. Tomorrow, it's church. Yeah. So we're not gonna stay too long. But big up, bless up, have a good night. Thanks to every single one for sticking and staying, for all the comments. We appreciate that. For all the likes, all the persons who subscribe for the first time, thank you for being a part of I Am Sure Sports. Thank you for your subscription. All right. Really appreciate it. For all the persons who made a contribution to the platform by giving a super sticker or a super chat, hey, we appreciate that as well. We appreciate it. And we also thank those who moderate, because they try to ensure that as best as possible, the content in the comment section is friendly to even our children. So thank them as well. Thank you, Unseen Sports TV. I hope you heard how the commentators were gloating and over Burkett, and Davidson, the 2 players who you don't give a lot of ratings. They were spoken of highly by the persons doing the commentary. Burkett and Davidson that we're talking about. I want you to come on early tomorrow so we can dissect those stats from the players. So I can tell you where you're not seeing clearly. You're unseen, but you're not seeing clearly. Big up Sherman Scott, May Penn, Clarendon in the show. Must be a big artist coming to the show late. Maybe this is Rebel Salute and he's performing, at the end of the show. But I am Management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And when it comes to this point on our show, we say hit the like button, subscribe and share, for we are over and we are OUT out of here.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha! Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.